ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 12 of the 2025 MotoOption Supercross Championship, live here on Start Your System TV. We are on YouTube, we are on Twitch, we are on Facebook. We're also live over here to the folks on TikTok tonight. We're all over the place. Hopefully, everyone on the TikTok side will be able to see us. But yeah, what a fantastic championship we've had thus far. We're back east again. It's probably going to rain at this real-life Foxborough this weekend, but hey, we get to see what this track should actually race like if it was going to be a dry one.
Yeah, I'm excited. This track is pretty gnarly. Kind of seems simple when you're looking at it, but two really long rhythm sections these guys are going to have to deal with here tonight. And I'm excited to get the racing started and get into it, see how this track would shape up if it was completely dry and all these guys were able to hit these huge rhythms that we're going to be seeing quads all over the place tonight. So should be some great racing for you guys out there. Excited to get into the action. We've gone back and forth, West Coast, East Coast. It seems like almost every week recently. So back on the East Coast, this championship, pretty tight. I think this is the one that's still pretty tight.
The East one is closer.
Tighter than West Coast. We don't have Braden Tharp domination.
Yeah, last we saw people saying mic muted. Oh, Awood, is your mic muted?
It's not.
No? Is everyone saying mic muted, or we got some people
Hello?
saying mic muted? Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I got to turn mine up or something like that, or whatever you guys are saying in the chat. But yes, I'll boost mine up a little bit. The East one is still a little bit close. We'll talk about that in a second. 450 wise though, it is a situation where Braden Carter has been simply just kind of slowly pulling this one away a little bit. I think for him, it's just about championship management mode. But you never know. We saw even last week, bit of a rough main event in Seattle. Some other faces got up there. Seth Surley gets his first win of the year. It's still anyone's race as long as Braden Carter continues to have little mistakes like this. Yeah,
I mean, if anytime you guys don't see Braden on the top of the box, it's a chance for these guys to be pecking away a couple points here and there each round. So I would say kind of look for him. That's going to be our kind of marker in the 450 class. Yeah, we've seen great racing, but as far as championship comes down, it's going to be where does Braden Carter start? I think we're going to have to look at that in the heat race. Kind of, is he getting those starts? Does he look comfortable on the track? But then main event, he's going to be the one to watch off every start. And if he starts in the back and kind of gets into it, that's opening the door for all these other guys to try to battle in the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a really fun championship fight down the stretch. Let us know. I know you guys are saying
live on TikTok.
My mic isn't working. We are live on TikTok now. I don't understand. It's a lot more quiet compared to. I don't really understand.
Check.
Let me just unplug it and replug it back in and see if that fixes it or not.
I'm the captain now.
You're the captain now. Give it a second to reinitiate here. Go ahead and talk.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if we want to get into anything yet. I do think it's going to be cool to break down this track off the start. We got two really big rhythm sections. Kellen posted. I don't know if you guys were able to see that before the opening ceremony. Off the start, so that's going to be crazy. I think we are going to see a lot of action when we get into the racing like that, where it's double, triple quad, like stuff like that. So whoever starts are going to be very key. Getting through those two rhythm sections cleanly early on is going to be huge for these racers here tonight, and that's something we got to keep our eye on.
Yeah. Okay. So now, am I loud enough? Is it good? I mean, I feel like I see the audio levels popping, no problem here. So I'm not sure how you guys can't hear me. I don't really know what's going on, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and call this race because some people are saying it's good on Twitch. Some people are not saying it's good at all. Let's talk about the qualifying here tonight thus far, or at least what we've seen. Apologies to the people on TikTok. You guys are not going to be able to see this, but we'll tell you guys what it is and how they were able to do here tonight. So let's pull up our live screen over here. Braden Carter fastest, 51.882 over Seth Card, a 52.109. Jeremy Seabolt at a 52.804. Yeah, it seems close at the top, a little bit of separation behind that, and then pretty close 3-4-5, everyone in the 52.8. So seems like Carter and Carr maybe are doing something a little bit different because Carter's got basically a whole second on everyone, but Seth Carr is still just a couple tenths back.
Yeah, I had noticed that maybe these guys are heard that maybe they're tripling the finish line or something like that. I don't know how big of a point that would be. We did have a note in chat early on that potentially, or that they weren't doing it, but maybe that's something they cranked out late in qualifying. Once they got a really good qualifying time, they went for some crazy line, and that does seem like that could give a second, and 7/10 to Seth Carr and Braden Carter over the rest of the field. But the thing that stands out is cool to see Braden Tharp. Very close in qualifying there, in fourth place, moving over from his West Coast run, getting some more time in while they're back east on the 450. So always good to see that and see where he stacks up.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn A-Wood down just a little bit. I know you guys are saying he's a little bit loud. I'm a little bit quiet.
I can move my mic away
trying
too.
To boost me, turn A-Wood down. We're kind of moving it on the fly here. But yeah, that is 450 qualifying. Looks like our cutoff tonight for the 450s was Nick Thomas-Sunis at a 54.445, just sneaking in there. Nick Thomas-Sunis, good job for him. Our 250 East class, Johnny Padani goes fastest, 53.5 over Cade Matherly at a 53.6. We're just going to take a quick peek at this because we got to get in the server to catch these races before they leave us behind. Braden Carter, 22 points up on Colby Eaglin, 29 points up on Seth Shirley. Again, they gained points last week. Well, actually, Eaglin did eventually lose points because Carter caught him late. But Shirley does gain some points. He's getting closer. So we'll see if he can, kind of, get that back in the swing of things here now that we're back east again. And then Cade Matherly up 23 on Johnny Padani. It's really hurt these guys that we've had so many people be suspended. Johnny Padani's missed a race. Emmanuel Cepeda's missed a main event. Colin Allen missed a couple main events earlier this year. Ben Nerona, who won the opener, he's 50 points back. It's kind of all over the place in 250 East, and no one really jumping forward just yet to get that, marquee position. But that's why we're going to drop the gate and see maybe, just maybe, if Cade Matherly can extend it or if we have some more problems. Yeah,
Cade is the one in the driver's seat right now in this championship, the catbird seat. Yeah, in the most optimal spot you want to be in, and I think he's just going to try to grind out these last couple rounds for the East Coast and just try to stay smooth. And you don't really, your main focus if you're Cade right now is just get off to a good start, just make it through the heat race. But obviously if you can get a good run and finish top 3 in the heat, that's going to be better for your gate pick, but also your confidence, and then just go out there and have clean main events. I think his speed is naturally pretty good to compete with these guys, so I don't think he has to worry too much. Just get yourself in the main event and don't lose 26 points in one night.
Yeah, we're about to load in for 250 heat number 1, but while we're looking at it here on screen, just take me through what you see about this track, what you like, and maybe where we're going to see the most passing opportunities here tonight.
Yeah, I think most passing opportunities is going to be kind of before or I guess after both of these long rhythm sections on the start. There's different lines. There's an inside and outside kind of roller you can do going into this first long rhythm coming towards us. Triple quad on the 450 or even 250s if you're going outside. There's a double in, like triple double line. The next one has a triple quad as well with a single out, or you can go double triple quad double. I just think those 180 bull berms with those long rhythm sections lend yourself to either passes in the rhythm sections themselves if someone messes up a rhythm, but definitely being able to crush a rhythm section, gain alongside someone, and make the block pass in the 180 bull corner. And those two are the two turns leading up to the finish line. So I think that's going to be pretty hectic for a racing. The other side of the track, pretty basic, whoop section, triple, and a little on-off. So I think that's going to be where we're watching most of our action happening.
Well, we'll get a chance to see it right here, right now, people. 250 heat number 1 going into the line right now. This is a warm-up lap for them, essentially just a last chance opportunity to see the track before we go racing. But it is time to drop the gate here in Foxborough for round number 12 of this championship. Top 9 go straight to the main event. Everybody else is headed to the last chance qualifier here to kick things off in Foxborough. So that 30 card is going to go sideways. The revs are going to come up. We got 6 minutes plus a lap. 9 go through. Let's find out who they are. Drop the gate here in Foxborough. Pretty even start across the bow there as we're going to see one of the KTMs poke a nose out. Matherly's trying to get to the inside. Joey Arico goes deep into the corner, and Matherly, your points leader, is indeed going to get the hole shot from the inside. Doubles in, triples again, triples all the way into the corner, and away he goes.
Yeah, I like that line that he had. Allows someone, having a triple into the corner is kind of the best, the most highest speed into the corner that you're going to get We see a quad there right from Cade early on, so he's trying to separate himself. I do like what he did, braked and hung around the inside, that long sweeping start corner. I think that's going to be the way to get the starts, not really bombing outside like Rico did.
Yeah, so Matherly's getting away just a little bit. Sorry, trying to get live timing up real quick so that we have it here. But Matherly's starting to get away just a little bit. I know you guys don't have sound. It's Ben Nerona who's moved up into second. DC, I'm not sure who that is on the Nexus bike in third right now. Then Arico, Branson, Killian Ortiz. Look at this fight already. Ooh. For like 5 through 11 on the racetrack, pretty much nose to tail. Ortiz actually in the 6th position right here on this Kawasaki. Schaefer 7th, Devers 8th, and then Will now in 9th. Has 4 dudes right in front of him and about 6 right behind him. This is a tough spot to be in early in this one.
Yeah, interesting that a little raised corner. Ooh, rider down hard right behind Will now, but he's good. That as you come back down the start straight, that raised corner is going to be very tricky for these guys. A lot of them going all inside, so we haven't seen anyone take the other option. As Will now stacks this whole rhythm section, almost loses a spot as that rider goes down just around the outside. Will now is just barely holding on to the final transfer spot. He's gotten challenged twice, but the other riders have gone down, so he's got a pretty decent gap behind him, but a little bit of room forward. He's just got to look ahead and try to work his way up.
Yeah, that's my bad, Luke Chef. I'll go back and look again. I went through all of my DMs, all like 35 of them, right before the broadcast tonight, and downloaded every link that I saw, but unfortunately it looks like I missed one. Will now goes down 12 rounds into the championship. We still got 400 new pack updates every single week. It's fantastic. I'm having a great time out here. But Will now did indeed fall out of that transfer spot. We'll go back to it in a second because we have a change for the lead up front. Ben Nerona, who's tripling into the tough blocks, has taken over from Cade Matherly. So not sure how or why it happened at the front, but he's losing touch a little bit here. He's gone even further back. Another mistake has pushed him all the way back to, looks like, 7th position here. So 7th spot for Matherly. Not good for your championship leader. He has another fall here. He could be out of a transfer spot.
Yeah, it's really weird that he dropped back that far from one fall. I guess he wasn't able to pull away too far, so it must have just been a big fall off. And the rest of the guys, no one went completely down right there. Cade's still throwing whips, looking comfortable on the track right now. Just one mistake had to be in one of those long rhythm sections. They're going to come up to bite you, and I'm sure there's going to be players all night long. Right now, as he's making a move around the outside, that rider there, ooh, outside's going to turn to the inside, and he's going to make the move up the inside of Schaefer. Schaefer just caught a little wheelie trying to get up from that, so tries to hold him off, doesn't. Another rider down, ooh, almost into the back of him, or was into the back of him. Schaefer goes down after Arico makes a small mistake, and that's going to allow Cade to stay on 2, and Schaefer drops spots, and he might be out of a transfer.
Yeah, trying to keep up to date with it right now. Live timing and scoring keeps breaking on the Battlegrounds website. Hubbard, tighten it up, buddy. Yeah, status failed. Keeps failing, so Hubbard, we got some problems.
Sounds like my life.
We got to change the lead going on out front once again. DC is out front. If anyone in chat knows who this is, who likes to use improper naming convention here, that would be great if we could know who's leading this race. Probably, depending on who is using that key right now, it's someone who's on a Ringer account and running up front in this one. Dalton Caudill out front. There you go. So if
should be a DQ with
that
naming
real
convention,
name, then we would be able to know who it is. But I guess we have no idea other than Lane Burke's finally helping us out in the chat. Thanks to Lane. Matherly has snuck back up into the 3 spot, so he's up here on the 25, casing that triple in just a little bit as Nerona slips back into 2nd. Yeah, DC getting away out front. These guys, it seems like the 250 guys are really struggling to get a few key lines, and I wonder if, as the track breaks down into the main events, if we're going to see those lines just become the option lines and everyone goes to a different one that's a bit simpler.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, Kellen, in your 450 and 250 hot laps, you hit all the triple ins on the 450 and then doubled into everything else on the 250s. The lines seemed very good, very consistent when you're doubling in, and they all still end up with a quad somewhere, so you're getting through there just a little bit faster. But I think it might not be worth it for them to be trying to triple in if they're messing up these rhythm sections, and maybe you're gaining a 10th or 2, but then when you're stacking the rhythm trying to triple in, you're losing half second to a second. So I feel like if you look at Ben Nerona's line, he's going to go double, triple, still makes a small mistake, but you would normally go triple, triple out. So, yeah, I guess even the double in lines aren't as easy, but then here we go. He goes for the bigger triple, triple quad line, nails that one.
Yeah, I felt that one was more difficult to get, at least consistently on a 250. Like They have to get the corner perfect every lap.
Then the one off the start, I guess you're just kind of hitting that little double in and getting your seat bounce right. So
right, yeah.
I think a lot of these top guys, though, they do have their corner speed down as far as these 180 bull corners, and then maybe not as good with the, doing a 1/3 seat bounce into a rhythm and having to kind of get that timing down with your throttle. So Nerona, though, looking good, trying to put a charge up on Dalton Cottle. You see him right there in the screen, running the number 1 plate also that he shouldn't be having. But, we're just out here. Hopefully he gets that fixed for the main event. But Nerona on the charge right now, trying to make a move here, and let's see if he can grease this rhythm section and one of them make a mistake. Nerona stacks it, still goes for the triple, though, off the track. Whoa.
Oh, and Cottle was trying to get around lap traffic, so he is now right in the picture. Meanwhile, Matherly, still tripling in the background, is right there on Nerona. He's trying to shoot by in a second down the inside before the finish line jump. Let's see if he makes that pass stick. He does. An actual block pass in MX Simulator by Cade Matherly down the inside. Oh, he's going to whip in front of him here to cut across the track. Look at Nerona cut back across. Oh, and Matherly gets back to the inside. They're going back and forth here for the 2 spot. This isn't even 4-year race lead right now, but it's still a terrific fight between the two of them. As Cottle goes into the whoops, he's still battling some lap traffic. Let's see if Nerona has a chance to get back on him here. He's front flipping. He landed it. He front flipped out of the exit of the whoops and landed on 2 wheels. Ben Nerona did. Emmanuel Cepeda's hanging out tough right behind these guys as Dalton Cottle trying to win this heat race, then immediately get DQ'd for running the wrong number and name. Tough to see it. If this was Michael Wheeler's Race Factory Gaming, his auto-scripting would have already yeeted him out of the server, but Dalton Cottle out front trying to triple his way to the checkered flag here one more time. Dalton Cottle is going to win 250 Heat 1 here in Foxborough.
Yeah, those are some very boner-airy seat bounces there. Cade Matherly comes across just in front of I forgot who rodes Ben Nerona, and then Austin Schaefer right behind him with Emmanuel Cepeda finishing up the top 5. Let's see if we have any battles going back further in the pack.
Enrico, Emmett's son going at it with Joey Rico, but that's just
transfer?
for 8th. That's just for 8th. So fortunately for both of them, they're straight in. Big gap back to Seth Crotty. Boots House number 85 down the order. Jeff Cooper, Velati. What's up?
No, we're good.
This is for 10th.
Yeah, I got excited.
Some battle like that. But yeah, win. I'm going to go ahead and head over to here and try to get these Nexus retro skins. I didn't know it was retro night, but here we are, people.
Wow, what a guy. Midstream downloading some skins just so we can see Dalton Cottle trying to, if you win the race, that's a pretty decent showing. Just take off the number 1 plate, and then if you have your skins, we'll be good because, we like to show off the leader in his full gear and not some stock replacement pack.
I definitely do like that.
Hey, Kellen, guess what?
What's up?
Chicken butt.
Oh, man, you got me. Got me good. We'll disconnect from the server and get back in here in just a second. Got to close the game all the way out and then reopen the game. That's how MX Simulator works. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, people. We're having a lovely time here tonight. But seriously, I beg of you people, we're so deep into the championship. We don't need more skins. Nobody needs more gear. Wait till outdoors. Honestly, you shouldn't even need to wait till outdoors. You should just have it all in one pack at the start of the year. But I'm sick of it. Every time I log on, there's so many new DMs that I have to go through. And I would much prefer you guys to just actually use the skins that you guys worked hard on in the off season, so we can see you guys every week instead of seeing 14 new KTMs with no skins on them every single week when people put new skins into the game. Would greatly appreciate that if you guys would kindly oblige to that.
Lock in. Get it together.
Lock in.
There's no need. So many of these teams, too, it's like 15 sets of gear. So why not make one of the 15 your breast cancer awareness, your military appreciation, all this stuff? Doesn't help them. Most of them don't even make it to the first round anyways with their skins. Always seemingly late since the beginning of time. But the fact that if you're not taking over a red plate, there should be no need for you. And you honestly shouldn't be allowed to. You shouldn't be allowed to run different skins because it ruins the stream and the product. And we're seeing all this stuff. It's like, just submit it. Run it. It's not that hard. And before you call me an old boomer, done it before. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard.
It is what it is. I mean, I get it. People want to look fresh, and there's new gear coming out right now as well. So there's more new kits. Sure, some people probably wanted to run the Thor kits that were used this past weekend, but just it makes life more difficult for me. That's all I'm saying, people. So.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get back to the action. X Chance in chat says, "Do I remember Chance that worked at Racer X for a short time?" Yes, I do. Chance, I believe Pickens was his last name, but definitely remember him.
I'm assuming that's him.
I guess so, but I mean, I hadn't really put that together until you said that. So
maybe he's just a Chance fan, you know?
Just a Chance fan.
Hello, Chance Pickens.
Yeah, welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well, good sir. See, we've both moved on from the lower powers over there. Anyway, let's get into this 250 heat number 2 coming up right now. And who we got in this one? Well, Battlegrounds is still broken, so it'd be great if it gets refreshed at some point. It'd be just fantastic. Hubbard, if someone is telling Hubbard in chat, like maybe fix his website or something, that'd be great. Anyway, here we go. It's time for the gate drop here of 250 heat number 2. Just get onto the cameras. There we go. Pressing 14 buttons right now. Off we go here in Foxborough for 250 heat number 2. And a couple teammates.
G.
I think EVP teammates running into each other there a little bit. Zollers is going to get to the corner first, but it's actually Dallaire who's going to get the nose up the inside. Dallaire versus Zollers, 2 different rhythm options through here. Dallaire with the triple in cleanly to the corner, takes over the race lead. It's Johnny Padani in second. Looks like Zollers may have gotten yeeted over the berm in the background. And Padani jumps to the front. Johnny Tsunami, Haywood's favorite rider out here.
Yeah.
Into the race lead he goes.
Yeah, Johnny Tsunami with a great move right there. Actually didn't have it. I do like Dallaire with that double up the inside. It was the same that we saw Cade with early and ends with that triple into the corner. He had the best spot, just made a small mistake, and that allowed Johnny Padani to take over the lead. And he's trying to pull away a pretty big lead here. Doesn't look like he has anyone super close to him right now. I think that's G-Money, Garrett Hollenbeck in second place behind him on that 57 machine, trying to make a run for it through the whoops right there, as you see a couple riders going down. But it looks like the top 7 or 8 are pretty close and a pretty big gap back to the rest of the field. So Johnny's just got to keep it on 2 wheels for a little bit. That is Jared Gummison in second and Sonny Spicer in third.
Okay, so people are actually saying tonight is retro night, so I'm going to go look through the skins to see what we got going here.
Well, how many people saying you retro skins?
Well, honestly, Colin Allen, again, I don't know why I don't have his skins, because he sent me them, and I got them, I downloaded them, and I still don't have them, so I don't, people are not running stuff. Okay, so
that's
here's
retro,
That's
Chromie.
the Nexus stuff. That's why Nexus wanted to have me show this off, because they wanted this Chevy Trucks Kawasaki kit here. Chef Madness. Love the look, though. I don't think anyone else went with retro. Like, where did this retro night theme thing come from? I don't think I've seen it anywhere.
Go back? The white one before it? Is that like a retro shroud? Or is that just normal? No, it just says Yogi. I thought it almost looked like Yamaha stripes. Did they make this up themselves?
Yeah, they're just like, retro night right there.
Yeah, we're doing a retro gear for this round. So cool. Like, you can do that, but you don't need to be the only team, like, sending it, like, late, like...
I mean, it's fine, whatever. Like, it's a cool look.
The Chevy Trucks is cool.
I do dig
Chromie
it.
better win.
Chromie better win. Yeah, where did that come from? I have no idea. Battle for the lead going on. Johnny Padani out front, working after it with Jared Gummison and Colin Allen up here in the mix. I'm going to have to go look at my DMs again and see if Colin Allen sent me my skins or not. Padani going on-off single, and then Gummison going over table. Almost dualies, didn't quite get him just yet. 3-rider battle out front, though, and Colin Allen looks like he's fired up, trying to go into second place here down the inside of Gummison. Gummison gets a little bit out of shape. Look at Allen, squares the corner off nicely. Good drive down the inside. Not quite close enough. And they're both going to just double in and roll to this inside line. So back to status quo here for just a second. But this is a good fight. 3 riders out front in this one.
Yeah, Allison's looking spicy behind Gummison here. A little nose high there. Same rhythm, though, so not going to be able to really gain anything. They both get through there cleanly. Padani misses the triple in. So does Gummison. Colin Allen goes for it. There's that triple pass. Does he get by? Quad up the inside. And singles and makes the pass on Gummison right there. Over the finish. Doolies. Just a little baby one over the triple. Doolies. They got to toss him a little bit harder for us to get loud, but you know, the bigger you go, the louder we are.
Yeah. I downloaded every DM that I got today. I don't know why it wouldn't be showing up. I guess I need to just go re-download everything again. But it's, like I said, just very frustrating. Teams, more and more skins late in the year, instead of just having everyone's skins all season long. And by the time like I'm at round 4 or whatever it is, whatever that was, Glendale, and I'm like, oh, cool, we got everyone's skins. It's going to be great. It's easy. And then every single week I log on and I've got 13, 14 new DMs rolling in. I got to go to check who's posted something on the forums. Like, it's too much. Anyway, Gummison back to the race lead now because Padani ruined that rhythm section a little bit. Now he's going to try to quad back line to the inside. He's going to do it. Colin Allen's trying to get both of them as he splits down between them. Doolies over the finish line jump. And Doolies again. As down goes Gummison as he tips into the rear tire there of Johnny Padani. Now it's Padani versus Allen out front. And Colin Allen's going for a bit of a ride. Nice save right there. But man, these guys are throwing it at each other, trying to win this heat race.
Yeah, Gummison goes down on the back of Padani, and just bummer. They were all so close over that finish line section. I love having the finish line in straight into a Supercross triple. I think that's awesome for the show and just for these guys to get some sweet scrubs side by side when they're battling. But Padani is the winner right here as he's been the smoothest so far. Jumps off the track, triples back on from outside the bales, but then goes a little bit too long. That allows Colin Allen right up on the rear wheel. Doesn't get the triple in. Ooh, and actually has to go double. So that's going to ruin his chances in this rhythm section to get alongside. But still pretty close here as they come across 5 minutes, 15 seconds. So they will come across, and then it will be the white flag next time around. So Johnny Padani trying to hold on to this for 2 more laps.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do it or if someone else is going to get up there and try to knock him off the pedestal. We haven't even watched the transfer spot battle one bit here in this race. There's Colin Allen, Gummison, Cromie, Cormac, Zhao Victor, Sonny Spicer, Talon Zollers, Bodie Parker. I think someone else is off the track right there trying to mix it up a little bit as well. I think Parker is in the final transfer spot. Yes, he is. P9 right now for Bodie Parker. J.R. Reyes is trying to close the gap down, and there's still a handful of guys hanging tough in this group as the chaos ensues in front of them. So there's 5-6 riders basically in a line right here, and someone might not be going home out of this heat race very happy, as that's Cromie down. He's going to go back to the final transfer spot, picking up that Nexus Kawasaki in the 9 spot. So not sure what happened to Cromie, but he is gone backwards a little bit as we come to the white flag. Almost through the front door for Cromie. A nice save right there. It's not over yet, though, as someone in the background just absolutely rolled the windows up. J.R. Reyes going into the net. Tough break for him. He was in 10th. And so now it's up to Sonny Spicer to try to close the gap down. Nope, not close the gap down. He's on him, but is this for the final transfer spot? No. They are in 8th and 9th respectively. So never mind about that. Forget about it. We'll just go back up to the race leader, Padani, and see if he brings us home.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a huge gap here. A lot of action going on behind him. I feel like if he brings this thing home early, we can go back and see what's going on in the rest of the field. But 15 seconds pretty much over the last transfer spot, probably about 8 seconds back to second. Padani is chilling. I just lied. But he's just kind of doubling, tripling, hitting all the smooth lines, trying to bring this thing home. Easy win it or easy transfer into the main event for him.
Johnny Padani stamps his ticket to the main event with a win in 250 heat number 2. Gummison, Zhao Victor, Colin Allen, Evan Cormac, Matt Cromie, Sonny Spicer. Sonny Spicer's down. Bodie Parker and Zollers jumping overhead. Spicer picking it up. Hollenbeck picking it up. I don't think. We got riders down in the final corner. 2 guys are down together. Zollers is trying to pick it up, and they both miss out. Look at Zollers takes out Bodie Parker. They were both in transfer spots, and Brandon Nygren makes it in thanks to that contact in the final corner. I don't know why if you're in 6th place you try to take them out, but hey, those guys can do what they want to do, man. I'm not out there racing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was the 6-7 place or 7-8. Either way, you're both in a transfer spot to take them down, and you can obviously see, I don't know, the way it looked like to me is that Zollers got cleaned, and that's why he went and brake checked him after getting up, but not exactly sure. Just a weird course of events there, and I'm pissed off if I'm one of those guys. Seems like a decent amount of cuts. I just don't know how much inside the top 10 if you want to scroll, or inside the top 9, Kellen, if that affected anything on the bubble. No, you're okay.
No, it looks like we're the same, yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm trying to see. Cody
okay.
Branson said he sent me his stuff, but I genuinely don't see it. I don't have a DM from him.
His is on the forums.
Well, I just looked on the forums too, and there's nothing. So I don't know what he's talking about, because if you go to official Supercross Skinstead NA 2025, there's new Phil's bike, and then something from 2:40 p.m. last Wednesday. and then the Luke Chef pack. So
And he just made up Retro Night clearly because
retro.
he
night
put
bikes,
Retro Night bikes, and then he's the only one. So good job, Luke, just making things up. Your bikes are cool, but and then Cody, we can't find yours.
Messages. Oh my God. Yeah. See, I don't look at my DMs on the forums very much, but I will download those
chicks
right
in
now.
there, dude.
The Roster Racing 2K pack here. Thank you so much for that pack, and let's go ahead and add it to the folder, and I'll be sure to exit and get back in after the next race here. So hopefully we'll have everyone's stuff now, and we don't have to worry about it. Psych, next week someone will have another new kit.
Already can't see Colin Allen, so
I have no info on what is going on with Jason Anderson or why he had to miss Seattle. Bummer deal, obviously. I really hope that whatever it is, he's, everything's okay. Family emergency never sounds good, but, I'm just hopeful that since we haven't heard anything, maybe that's good news, I guess. Like, just they went back and figured out whatever it was, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's either that or, if you need time, but you got to think, whole family. He does have he has a wife, a kid, parents, grandparents, I'm sure. So just hopefully everything's good there and we'll see him back because, I guess we'll find out in a day or two here if he shows up at press day or what's going on. But, just hope everything's okay for that. Racing's better with him out there, especially when he's running outside there, inside the top 5, 6, 7, able to go and battle for some race wins and podiums. Are you having a good day, good week so far, Kellen?
Yeah, pretty good day, pretty good week. Pretty good show tonight, not too great.
Yeah, mine's pretty mid.
Also, Eli Tomac, I think he just got back on the bike this week. It would be, I don't know that we would see him before the end of Supercross, but we might. We'll see. Definitely going to make it for outdoors. All right, here we go. 450 Heat 1 launching off the gate here in Foxborough. Into turn number 1 we go. Jacob Hubbard and Alexis Leclerc, the two start heroes, push each other wide, completely off the track, actually, and Seth Surley sneaks through the inside to get the whole shot. Seth Carr in second place, going to case the triple, going to get passed up by Jet Holyhead. Eagland up the inside as Leclerc jumps to the outside, almost gets hit by T-Lang, who gets bumped wide, and a little bit of some jockeying for position here as last week's winner, Seth Surley, he's got his starts figured out. He leads lap number 1 here at 450 Heat 1.
Yeah, Holyhead, man, he is looking spicy here up front. Seth Shirley with the great start, obviously, but Holyhead, man, he was right alongside Eagland, quadded out, tripled into the rhythm section, almost got thrown off the track, but these 250 guys, when they show up to the 450 class, they like to hang it out and just try to get the best finishes they can in every single race, so got to keep an eye out for him as he's still running in second, but Shirley got a nice, comfortable lead, and man, there's a lot of guys back there, Kellen, right around that last transfer spot.
Yeah, so Holyhead, Eagland, Lang, Leclerc, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you got Hall 6th, Deering 7th, Jackson 8th, Seth Carr 9th, Schiabro, Vanderkoy, Lindsay, Blakely, Speck, all right here. And of course, like I said, Seth Carr, he is in the final transfer spot, at least for now, as he's trying to go up the inside there. I think that's the 78, actually. No, it's the 28 of Frank Jackson. Ski and Snowboard Yamaha right there. Again, another team that has about 4 or 5 different bikes now, thanks to this late season push. And Caleb Hall there on the 45 just in front of them. So Seth Carr, who's won 2 races this year in a bubble spot, but maybe not for long, trying to get a nose there. Look at how close this is. Everyone trying to get to that inside to do the on-off. Carr's thinking of an inside move on Frank Jackson. Ooh. He's going to come up a little short on the triple, and Schiabro almost jumps on his back there on that in the purple gear on that KTM. Schiabro getting a little sideways in the whoops. Rider down on the outside right there. Who is that? That is, if we get to him, Jet Holyhead. Holyhead, who was in second, goes out of a transfer spot. So Schiabro now should be the man on the bubble spot, I believe. Look at this fight up here. These guys are still going back and forth.
Yeah, Carr sending it. Ooh, OJ's that triple right there. Almost gets landed on, doubling up to the inside there. Still going to get this triple in. No, he's not. Cases it just a little bit. Loses 2 spots. Gets split by those riders. And he's just bouncing through this rhythm. Almost had a move made up the inside and lost another spot. So, man, he's back to, probably still on the bubble right there. But chasing these guys. This is all so close. You can be in second, go down once, and you're out of a transfer spot like we saw from Jet Holyhead there. Seth Carr, the mistake as Schiabro goes down, casing that step on. So he's trying to work his way up, but man, it's tight even up in front of this battle in the whoops. You got 3 or 4 guys side by side.
Oh my gosh, Seth Carr looks like he's hanging it out right now.
Yeah, that's Eagland down.
As F-Move gets into the back of Eagland. Eagland now picks it up in front of Schiabro. Blakely's right there. Holyhead is the rider on the Yamaha who just got back in front of him. 5 riders together here, and Eagland is the bubble spot right there in that bright yellow and blue gear. The number 24 on the KTM is your P9 position right now on the track. So 3 guys right behind him, not in a transfer spot. And now look at this. T-Lang just went down out of a transfer spot as well. So now Schiabro goes to the bubble position. Blakely's still hanging tough right behind all these guys trying to get in the mix as well. And we're seeing even in this fight, these guys can't triple in out of some of these corners. So it's been a bit tougher for the 450s just because of how close they're racing to do some of the main lines as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. He has 2 guys ahead, 2 guys right behind. Look at that jumping up the inside. Who is that just made the move over that inside single after the Supercross triple? Schiabro, though, trying to work his way just a little bit forward. That was Chase B making the move up the inside of Ev Move behind him. Schiabro pushing down the whoops, trying to get up the inside of Eagland, not able to make it happen. Those whoops, Kellen, you do have to go really fast through them and push all the way to the outside. So there's really no chance for you to kind of break through the whoop section and cut up the inside of someone unless you're going to completely take them out. Kind of makes that section a little bit one line, but it makes you have to have a really good drive through the whoops consistently.
Yeah, it does kind of force you to do a couple things that are a little bit uncomfortable, especially when you're in a fight like this. You leave the door wide open, as that is Holyhead going down again. So that instead will give the advantage to Chase Blakely now. He goes into the final transfer spot, but he's got Ev-Move, Evan Vanderkoy right behind him. Tyler Lang also there. Look at Ev-Move. Oh, he tried to throw it down the inside and goes down onto the start straight. Jax Lindsay goes by. Nick Thomas-Sunis there on the 999. There's Hubbard trying to get in the mix on the 78. As, who's that
Holyhead
down right
again.
there? That was Holyhead again. So now it should be Chase B by a good little margin here in the final transfer spot. But Holyhead, Lindsay, Thomas-Sunis, anybody could still get up there and mix it up with these guys. You just never know. As Shirley Leclerc, Seth Carr, Deering, and Frank Jackson continue to be your leaders. But all the action, honestly, has been back here. This has been great.
Yeah, it's funny. We haven't really seen any of the crashes, but we're watching the transfer position, these guys battling, seeing a rider down and just knowing, okay, now that guy shifted up 1 spot, so he has nothing to worry about. Holyhead is 1 spot out. Chase B is
Schiabro just went down.
in it. Schiabro's out of it now. So, yeah, I think everyone we were just watching is in. It's hard with our timing being down, not able to have that exactly. I think White Drizzle's 1 spot in.
I think he just got into P9, if I'm not mistaken. Yes,
okay,
so
I'm done.
P9 for him, for Holyhead now into the final transfer spot, but Jackson Lindsay is still hanging tough. Jacob Hubbard, after getting pushed wide by his teammate into turn 1, is now up into 11th, so he's trying to sneak into this main event with a last-ditch effort. And then Schiabro's been hanging out right here as well. Adam Holm, Nick Thomas-Sunis, T-Lang. I can't believe how far back T-Lang went. He's in a pretty comfortable position. And then we got more guys back here. Evan Holm.
None of these guys are having
Braden
fun.
Tharp, this is your 250 West Championship leader by a long ways, and he's struggling to make it in out of this heat race. So just goes to show you the talent that is in this field, as Seth Shirley's getting saucy in front of the lappers right now. Just feeling all kinds of confidence off that win in Seattle last week. And 29 points down. We talked about it in the opening of the show. 6 rounds to go is pretty tough to imagine he gets up there and battles for the championship. But at the very least right now, proving he is a race-winning speed and talent every week and might be on for his 2nd straight one tonight, looking at the form.
Yeah, so we have 6 rounds to go, including this?
Yes.
So if Seth Shirley gets first every time and Braden gets a consistent 2nd, that's 18 of those 29. All you really have to do is sprinkle in a couple of thirds, maybe a 4th or 5th, you know? Obviously, that's saying he goes perfect out of here, but I think Seth Shirley goes, you know what? There's still enough. It's not like there's 3 rounds and I need him to get 8th 3 times. I think Seth Shirley's coming out here with so much confidence. Obviously, we see the speed absolutely dominating this heat race. Just no pressure. I think he's going to come out here and try to be the fastest guy on the track every time we hit it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him knock off another win here and, you know, see what night Braden Carter is going to have. And maybe he gets back in the championship sooner rather than later.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's clearly been getting faster every week. Now his starts are coming around. And in this particular race, he's gotten away pretty far in the heat race alone. So big gap back to Alexis Leclerc. We'll go check out that transfer spot battle in just a minute. But bringing us to the flag to pick up the win here in 450 heat number 1, it's going to be the 44 machine. Seth Shirley takes the dub here in heat 1. Leclerc 2nd, Jackson 3rd, Eagland 4th, Carr 5th, Deering 6th, Hall 7th, Blakely 8th, and Jackson Lindsay is now 9th, but we got a fight on our hands. Lindsay goes down.
Is that a spot right there?
Yeah, that's Jacob Hubbard jumping over him. So these guys should be safe and in, but Hubbard's jumping off the track, and he's still off the track as he tries to get back on. Oh, he's going for a bit of a ride here, and he somehow corrals it together. Hubbard goes to the main. Jackson Lindsay going to the LCQ with Jet Holyhead. Adam Holman, Jackson Lindsay going at it, and Lindsay puts Holm down. Yabro goes by. Thomas Sunis, Vanderkoy, Holt, Tharp, Lang, Speck, Gerst, just to name a few riders that are heading home, or heading to the LCQ, I should say. Tough break for them. Let's go ahead and disconnect from the game real quick, and we'll get right back in just a second so that we can make sure we see Cody Branson specifically.
Yeah, that was a little bit crazy right there at the end. It's funny when you get a takeout that's not even in a transfer spot, but hey, that's LCQ start position. You got to get every spot you can. Maybe Jackson was having a little bit of craziness going on there. Wanted to put Adam Holm on the ground just for one last kick in the balls, but you know what? They are all going to the LCQ. Seth Shirley with a very dominant 450 Heat 1, and we're going to see that other contender for the championship, or a championship leader, Braden Carter, as we come into the 450 Moto 2. We'll probably join in right when we're seeing the sight lap and be able to kind of give you a little rundown of who you guys are going to be seeing.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to check right now if live timing is fixed or not.
We got to we're being asked for an Instagram challenge, Kellen.
Yeah, what do you think tonight?
We got a couple hundred people here. I mean, we've done what you're drinking. We've done, any memorabilia. We've done, so many pictures of your feet.
Hubbard, I know you just made it out of this. Can you please go fix your live timing? Thanks.
League of Legends.
Someone tell him. Let him know.
TFT? I have no ideas, Kellen. I'm the worst with
I'm
ideas.
trying to think, would it be funny if we get people to, show, I don't know. What's your keyboard?
Show their setup, your gaming setup,
setup.
What your gaming setup. I mean, I do just like what setup they're watching on though too, because I like to see people post it up in their living room, laying in bed.
Let's do that again. Why not? It's a whole. Yeah. We're 5 rounds later. Why don't you guys? No, we're not doing nastiest toes. Helmet and goggles on kicks. Everyone goes and grabs their helmets, and I mean, why not?
Helmet and goggles, watching the stream, like a selfie. Show me your helmet. If you have a bell, some 100%, you win my vote.
And if you don't want to take a picture of your face, which I get some people
then
don't
perfect.
Want to, just take a picture of your helmet. Show me what lid you got. And we'll tag us in your story.
Put some mirrored lenses on.
Tag us in your story, and we will repost it on our Instagram story as well. So get involved. Even the people over on TikTok, all 7 of you watching right now. I'm surprised there's not more people watching on TikTok because we got a ton of followers over there. But yeah, if you guys are over on the TikTok and hanging out, no one's even chatted over there. No one said hi.
No, they've been talking.
Have they?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen a single person chat on TikTok.
So.
Oh, Grayson, longtime fan over there. There you go. Big shout out to Grayson.
Someone said, is someone here? I think it's because it spams you with joining messages that you don't get to see. So it's like, oh, you joined, he left.
Yeah.
I think you might have to edit that. But, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Django?
Show me a picture of your toes. Why not?
No, I don't want to see toes. I'm good. I am good not seeing toes.
I don't like toes. What's up, Whisker Biscuit? Oh, I miss you, Whisker Biscuit.
How's the Unk stream going? Unk stream's pretty good. Me and A were just hanging on the booth.
Us? Old men?
Old men, yeah. We're uncles. I mean, I literally am an uncle.
Oh, too. Facebook.
Oh, Facebook stream. One person over there. We got one person watching on Facebook. Why did I have to disconnect and reconnect twice? Oh, because I came back in the game for the first time. That's right. We'll
be doing it.
Okay, so you tagged
ask us questions.
Please forgive me. Got all kinds of questions rolling in. But yeah, it's a fun time tonight for sure. Final heat race of the night coming up. We'll get back to the main cast here now for you guys. And yes, I am going to Foxborough. Anyone that might also be there, let me know. But here we go. 450 heat number 2, the final heat race of the night. Set to drop the gate here in Foxborough. Only 9 riders go through in this one, and then we finally get to see that intense last chance qualifier battle Braden Carter on the one machine way down the inside. Let's see if he gets a good start from there. Next to Jeremy Siebold as we fire off the gate here in this final heat race. Tanner Rogers, who's become a bit of a good starter, is going to try to get his nose out there on the Triumph. Carter's down. Carter is down, and he's in last place coming out of the first corner. So that's going to be some work to do for the champ as he is, oh my gosh, trying to jump through in traffic. A lot of guys going down in this first rhythm section. And Carter, I think, is already back into a transfer spot. That's how quickly it just happened. Jake Spiess on the 54 ride goes to the race lead. Xander Brion second. Joey Carter third. You were with us last week. You saw Joey Carter and Cash Woods have a hellacious battle for the win in Seattle in the 250 main event. And Carter back out here in the 450 class goes right into a good spot in the heat race to start off his night as we're all tailing Jake Spiess at the end of lap number 1.
Yeah, great start by Spiess, able to tuck up the inside there after just got a good jump. I was looking at that number 54 from the start. It was either him, Sullivan, or Carter. Carter got into the back of someone trying to kind of tuck inside the Spiess, and Spiess is just kind of lost the word there. Ricky moment. Spiess is looking really good though. I want to say Joey Carter reminds me early on in this first lap how we were getting riding from Jet Holyhead in the last one. I think these 250 guys, when they're on the opposite coast racing 450, they look like they're going Mach 10 compared to everyone else because they're like so spicy early on. Yeah. They're just like flicking the bike everywhere, and Joey Carter is still cruising around in third as they come across the line after one lap.
Yeah, so it's Spiess now, Brion, Carter, Sullivan, Siebold the top 5, and yeah, Carter already into 5th as he gets pushed off the track by Wyatt Grant. Oh, careful track re-entry here. Does so nicely and gets on now right behind Cooper Hunt on the 82 District Designs bike. You got Logan Leitzel on the 3 trying to close it down. Devin Davis getting feisty on the 37. He's trying to get around Logan Leitzel as Carter goes off the track and gets into the back of somebody. Somebody was down. That was Spiess. Your leader was down, and Carter just got stuck on him. So Leitzel goes into the final transfer spot, and our new leader now is Xander Brion as Braden Carter drops all the way back to 12th, and Brion gets out front in the race lead here.
Yeah, I mean, this 450 class, we say it every week, it's so much more like volatile than the 250 class is. When you get up front early, everyone is very consistent and close together, and you can just see spot 10 is at the end of the rhythm section. So you go down once, you don't have 10 seconds back to the transfer spot, you're going to be out. So it's all about getting off to a good start early, being in a transfer spot, and then just keeping it on 2 wheels for 2 or 3 laps while the field does spread apart. It just spreads apart slower than the 250 class does. Joey Carter, though, went from 3rd up into 2nd right there. So now he's chasing, but he has a rear wheel full of Luke Sullivan as Luke Sullivan got a great drive through the whoops. Not able to get close enough, but look at this single file line. This top 4 is super close here.
Yeah, that race corner has really turned into a bit of a goat trail with everyone tucking right to the tough blocks, doubling over that single into the corner and going inside. Speaking of trying to go inside, Luke Sullivan thought of an inside move there on Joey Carter. But back down the challenge. Carter does not get the triple in. Sullivan does and goes 3-3-4 to get through that rhythm section clean and move into 2nd place. Jeremy Siebold is the other KTM rider up here who's closed that gap down from the District Designs program. Wyatt Grant now in 5th, Cooper Hunt 6th, Cashwood 7th, Jake Spiess 8th, Leitzel is 9th. So this is a pressure point now. Halfway through this heat race, Braden Carter is still on the outside looking in. He's going to get a free spot right there as one of the Cowie riders went down right there. Not sure who that was.
And Cash Woods.
Cash Woods down. Tough break for him. But Carter's got to try to get around Spencer Turley right now. I think in what is a battle for... Oh, it is a battle for the final transfer spot. Carter versus Turley for 9th place here in Foxborough.
This is how we get the ratings up right here, boys. Braden Carter versus Spencer. What's up, my dudes? Turley holding on the last transfer spot. Turley has shown some good speed here. Honestly, we've seen him up a lot higher than 9th place in the heat races normally. But looks like he's got a pretty even match for Carter's speed right now. I don't think he really wants to uncork everything. I think Braden's going to stay lower in these rhythm sections. He's like not even seat bouncing. He's like doing the opposite, just pushing through. Dualies. There we go.
Dualies.
We'll get some big ones. Oh, look at that. Around the outside. He tries to go inside. Braden Carter just powers by and gets the spot.
Insane pass by Braden Carter, forcing the issue to that rut to make the pass. Now, does Turley have anything in response? I don't know. Carter's already got a pretty decent gap opened up on the number 125 ride there in 10th place now. So Carter back into a transfer spot. We'll check on his progress here in just a little bit. As we go back out to Xander Brion continuing to lead the race. Sullivan second. Wyatt Grant is now third. Joey Carter getting passed up for fourth and fifth as Seabold goes down the inside to pass him. Here comes Logan Leitzel jumping into the rhythm section, trying to shoot by as well, but has to back out of the challenge. Also getting through was Cooper Hunt. He is now into the 4th spot. Seabold 5th, Carter 6th, Leitzel 7th. As we got a nice freight train of riders here battling it out, all in transfer spots, but this is I feel like a nervous position to be in for any of these guys because you're maybe just comfortable being in a transfer spot, but you also are trying to make a pass and not get hit, not also hit someone else that you're going, alongside of in the whoops, for example. So this is not the most comfortable position, even if you're in a transfer spot.
Yeah, Joey, look at that small mistake. Joey Carter gets by along with Logan Leitzel.
Cooper Hunt that made a mistake.
Cooper Hunt right there. Yeah, so it's cool. I feel like Joey Carter, he's just happy to be here. His style looks so much smooth or so much more relaxed than everyone. But he's still just kind of cruising along here. When these battles are so tight, it's hard because you kind of want to get out of the battle, but then you also can kind of lock in focus on the rider right in front of you and just kind of hit your marks almost more consistently. But then they're also so close, you have to watch out for a mistake from anyone. So it's very tricky. They have seemingly kind of spread out just a little bit here, but we do have some sections like that goat trail corner you saw going across the start straight right before the big rhythms where kind of everyone can bunch up again. So we'll see if this gap kind of bunches up. But right now, Joey Carter is kind of just putting Chase ahead of him and trying to focus his eyes forward. But yeah, all these guys comfortable in the transfer position.
Go back and see. Carter looks like he is continuing to work his way forward a little bit. I think this is now P8 for the current points leader and defending champion. 53.6, 53.5, consistently in those 53-second range lap times. So good on him for doing that. Meanwhile, up front, white flag is about to wave for this man, Xander Brion, the electric Viz, hashtag Jesus loves you, number 762, triple-digit guy. Not often we see a 3-digit dude in the 450 class winning a heat race, but right now he might be on his way to doing so. He can hold on for one more lap.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good, just kind of taking what has come to him with other riders going down. Obviously got off to a great start himself, but almost got the kick over the bars there, but he's got about half a lap. The only tricky part is it might be one of the more difficult half a laps you can, especially when you have pressure from Sullivan. He can't just roll over and go doubling through all the rhythm sections here. He has to keep hitting his marks. Double, triple, triple. It looks like he's going to get that cleanly. Goes a little bit long, but Luke Sullivan right there, a little bit more speed. Let's see how clean he can get through this section. I think he's going to do it, Kellen.
He's got the quad in here and the single into the final corner. Rider down is Devin Davis, but Xander Brion wins the heat race here in Foxborough. Heat 2 belongs to him. Wyatt Grant 3rd, Seabold 4th, Carter 5th, Leitzel 6th, Hunt 7th, Carter 8th, Turley 9th, and Spies is in 10th. So a little bit too far back of Turley, who is on his way to making the main event here tonight in Foxborough. One more corner to go, and Turley is into the night show.
You can just see how much faster we can go back to that 9th place transfer position, just how close they are to the race lead. About 15 seconds back, spread out pretty good, but those gaps, right? Less than a second to second, then third, and then through a lot of those positions, less than a second, 2/10 there, a couple of them. So just so many close races in this 450 class. It seems like you can almost not make a mistake. I mean, Braden Carter, a championship leader, the fastest guy that's out there 99% of the time, got 8th in this one. So small mistake early. He wasn't able to kind of push his way through the field. And Kellen, I think this track might be a little bit one line, except for maybe those 2 rhythms. But if you're just kind of fighting against guys that are greasing it, there's not a lot of places to make up time, I don't think. Not when you're battling. So that's going to be something to watch out for. If we see Braden Carter have a bad start, he might not be able to make that many positions up, and this could be a big points night for Seth Shirley or Colby Eaglin. I did see something change inside the top 10, Kellen. I think it was 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Nothing huge, though. I think maybe Luke Sullivan lost a spot, so Brion...
Yeah, Sully had crossed the line 2nd, remember?
Yeah, so Sully lost a spot to number 66.
Man, we only got 3 people that have... sent in their stories on Instagram. Come on, guys. @Start Your Systems on Instagram.
Show me your helmet. Show me your
The
setup.
helmet, the goggles, all that stuff if you guys can. And hey, shout out to all you people watching on TikTok here tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show so far tonight. Yeah, honestly, if you guys can do me a huge favor, if you're watching on YouTube right now. Head over to @StartYourSystems on Facebook, or Start Your Systems TV on Twitch, or Start Your Systems on TikTok, and just follow. Just follow. That's all we ask to, help boost the numbers a little bit, make it so that we get a little bit, better retention with the algorithms and stuff like that as well. And, vice versa. If you're watching on Twitch, go follow us, Start Your Systems on TV on YouTube, or Start Your Systems on YouTube, or go to our Facebook page and like us over there. Follow us on TikTok as well. Just trying to spread it out so that we get a lot of the content flowing. We've been posting 2 or 3 times a day on all of our social platforms, so you guys can follow us pretty much anywhere and see what's going on and stay up to date. Definitely helps us out if you guys can do that for us. So, definitely appreciated there. And yeah, Tyler over on TikTok says, if you're looking for more active chat, the YouTube and Twitch chats are definitely more active. But, even on TikTok, if we just get another 10 people over there, I'm sure you guys would all be hanging out and chatting with each other. And also on TikTok that we can't really do as easily, at least on the YouTube and Facebook and Twitch side. Our stream, the way we have it set up, is you can watch the broadcast. You can also watch me and Awood's reaction the entire time. We have a third camera set up, watching us react to everything, and live timing is also up as well. It's a little bit tough to see, but it's there for you guys to check out. And so kind of a new way to watch as well. We got a bunch of people following us on Facebook. Thank you, Austin Colclaser, Wesley Carswell, for the new follows over there on Facebook. Appreciate you guys for that. WTW Studios also followed us on Twitch a little bit ago. So yeah, just appreciate the support, guys. Thank you so much.
I'm looking on Instagram right now. Brock W setup is sick. Curve monitor stacked with a vertical one. Looks awesome. I need that for Discord. And the RMX training facility, nice basement, looks like. Sweet setup. I want a basement so bad. My friend had one in Illinois. Freaking so sick. California sucks.
Here we go. 250 last chance qualifier ready to fire into turn number 1 here at Foxborough. 4 go through, and everyone else heads home early. We got someone cutting deep to the inside right there. It's pretty tight on corner entries. Everyone's trying to hug it in there, but Mason Broom comes out with the whole shot. Seth Crotty in second. Antonio Vellotti jumping off the track in third. Gotta have a safe tractor entry and not miss timing gates. Woo! As he gets jumped by Talon Zollers and Bodie Parker going through into third and fourth, respectively. Our riders checking each other in this rhythm section. 5 riders going into the corner together. Who gets through clean? They all do so far. Nicely done as well, as it is still Mason Broom out front on the Orst Ghost Hunters Yamaha. Trying to make that pass into the race lead, though. Bodie Parker, look at how close it is here on lap 1.
Yeah, very close. Mason Broom trying to pull out the broomsticks like those Padres, undefeated. Bodie Parker, though, up the inside and takes that lead away on the beginning, or I guess second lap, technically, kind of. But Bodie Parker making moves early. Broom still holding on to second. One rider down there, and the Whoop's going to get up in the transfer spot, or not in the transfer spot. Top 9, though, so he's not too far back. Didn't drop it down, but Talon Zollers on the bubble with a string of 4 or 5 riders right behind him. So Talon Zollers needs to get up on his horse and start riding away real quick, because he's got some company on his rear end.
Yeah, normally in the heat races, we try to give credit where credit is due to your race leaders, your race winners, talk about them a little bit to show how great of a night they're already having. But in these LCQs, we kind of just like to watch the bubble spot, because it always is a good fight. As Steven Short goes down, he was in 5th, loses a couple positions there, and is going to pick it up at about 9th or 10th. Jeff Cooper, Vellotti, McPherson, and Jonah Paquette all went by. That was a huge help for Zollers, like you mentioned, Dawood. He was right in the thick of things, like 2 or 3 guys in front of him and 4 or 5 guys right behind him. Suddenly a little bit of breathing room here in 4th place, but now it's just about hitting your marks, because a little mistake puts him right back into the danger zone.
Yeah, it's crazy just how big one small mistake can actually be. It just compounds so much when there's only 4 spots that we take out of this. So really don't have any room for any mistakes here. Those guys like Bodie Parker who get a good start and can kind of start pulling away. Mason Broom staying close. Awesome for them. Ooh, Crotty makes a pass, and that actually allows them both into a position as Mason Broom drops to 4th. But look at this.
Whoa,
he jumps
Crotty's
up into
down.
3rd, gets under Crotty's bike somehow, some way, just off rhythm there. So Crotty goes all the way from 3rd back to 4th, then back to 3rd, then down and out of a transfer spot real quick there in 2 rhythm sections.
I'll tell you what, though, he picked it up quick. He's only about 3 spots behind the transfer spot now, which is this man right here, Jonah Baquette. So Jonah Baquette in the final spot ahead of Jeff Cooper, McPherson, and then Crotty, who picked it up now in the 7th position. Velati, Steven Short just slides out of the corner. Joseph Pilsner's still hanging tough for the Nexus Kawasaki boys, trying to get in the mix as well. But if you're Jonah Baquette, now it is just try to hold the dam as much as possible, because there is a massive flow of water in terms of like 4 or 5 different riders that are right behind you, trying to push through and crack this dam wide open. Baquette is dealing with pressure already from Jeff Cooper. Cooper shorts the trip into the corner. Otherwise, he may have just teed up Baquette right there.
Yeah, I mean, just not close enough right there. You got to really have it. The thing is, in these LCQs, you don't really want to punt someone if it's going to hurt you at all. You need to know that you're way in front of them. Even just going for a front wheel takeout, it's not worth it for most of these guys. Keeping it on 2 wheels is going to be a lot more important, especially in this 250 class. These guys like to go down a lot. Oh, Jeff Cooper loses his rear end just over that rut going up that step on, and he is going to fall way out of a transfer spot. We got to get back up there. Baquette on the bubble. Antonio Velati.
Oh, and Velati goes for a ride at the end of the whoops. He does not fall off the bike, but it's still going to lose 6 positions. Look how close everyone was. He just got teed up by, who was that back there on the Yamaha? Colton Heckman.
Yeah, I think
Velati.
Oh,
Heckman gets up and
came
lays
up
a couple guys down.
He got up too quick. I feel like went into Heckman's way. Then Heckman was just flustered. So Baquette still in the 4th and final transfer spot. And yeah, we got to either keep an eye on him, the guys in front of him, the guys behind him, what's going on, because this is all that matters, is getting inside the top 4 and riding your way into the main event.
Well, Baquette is hanging tough so far, but it's not over just yet. 30 seconds still remain on the clock in this race, and then it, of course, will be 1 lap to go. After that, Baquette just made a big mistake trying to jump up onto that tabletop. Here comes Steph Crotty again. Remember, he was the one who crashed it away earlier, getting landed, or actually getting pushed up from being landed on as he was in 3rd place. So now he's got his opportunity to go back after the transfer spot again, and Jonah Baquette is now going to start riding really tight, because instead of having a gap behind him, he's got that spot being closed down very closely by Seth Crotty. And as Crotty can go on the attack, Baquette has to go on the defense, and he's going to go for a ride right here through this rhythm section, and Crotty gets the job done easily. He's back into 4th, and in 1 lap to go this time by, I believe, should be, yes, white flag waving now. So Crotty's going to have 1 more lap to try to hang on. Oh, we got a rider down. Who's that? That's Zollers down going into the final corner. He's going to get passed by, who's that right there? McPherson going by, and Baquette back into the final spot once more.
Yeah, so now Zoller's out of it. These guys on the white flag lap. So 1 lap to go, kind of these single file sections. It's crazy to me, Kellen, that these guys keep just jumping into the hay bales when they have no one anywhere around them, just trying to ride the edge of the track. Like, you're in the LCQ, just ride down the exact center of the rhythm lane. Why are you riding on the edges? I just don't understand how we've seen so many of those mistakes. Baquette ran into that, but still able to be back in a transfer spot. But man, he's got a pretty good gap behind him, Kellen. 4 seconds. I think we're going to see this thing taken home unless someone else in front of him goes down.
Well, notice he goes for the option rhythm line through here just to be safe on this final lap. And yeah, a bit of a gap. McPherson is still close as he and Zollers are going at it. Meanwhile, Bodie Parker wins. Mason Broom goes to the main event. Seth Crotty, Jonah Baquette, McPherson. Look at how tight it is back here as Pilsner takes down, that was Zollers. Couldn't remember which of the EVP bikes it was, but Pilsner gets into him and takes him down on the Nexus Xanax Metal Militia Kawasaki. But it is Jonah Baquette who does indeed, with the Muline Triumph, make it into the main event.
Let me see this Muline bike.
Got a cow on the shroud. It says
Mod
Pro Line.
MX Pro Line. So maybe there's a cow? Oh, there is Muline. That's a pretty cute looking cow right there. I like the gear setup. Maybe lit kit. I don't know. You never know. The Triumph? Cowie?
Yeah, that's a Triumph.
Okay. I don't know. Just the colors, dude. These people do anything these days. Can't tell a gas from a Honda.
I guess it does kind of look cowie-ish, huh?
Something changed up front?
Parker, Mason Broom second, Crotty third. Yeah, no, same.
Okay.
Same top 4.
Something shifted, but maybe it was behind
here,
that.
Andrew Wood, you got me all messed up.
5, 6, 7, 8 was like 2 tenths apart for everyone. We saw those takeouts. I think I saw a couple cuts. cross. Those guys just kind of degaff back there. 450 LCQ, best race of the night.
Doesn't get much better.
Doesn't get much better, Kellen. This is what we live for.
Jacob Hubbard fixed his website. Let's find out.
Probably not, because then I look over and then I go, oh, this guy's in fourth. No, he's not.
I should probably just close that because it's not helping us at all.
It sucks because like I can read it when you have it like that, and I normally like use it so much because you're talking to the guy, and I'm like, oh, this guy's behind him, and now I'm like, yeah, that blue bike right there.
Sad.
Can't read anything.
Can't read. Oh man, yes, these LCQs are about to be a world of fun. Can't wait to see what happens in this one. Final qualification race of the night before our main events. It works if you spam refresh, but the auto update is broken.
Well, we're kind of
so I have to like
doing something
refresh.
here.
Just hit the refresh. I Love NASCAR 2025 says, have any iRacing sim racers guest starred as broadcasters in this series before? No, I don't think so. Well, actually, I maybe stand corrected on that. Guest starred? Well, not guest starred, but Mike Owen, who's Australian, used to race in the it was like the F1 World Championship type thing of iRacing back in the day. Yeah. He like didn't win or anything like that, but at one point he was good enough to be like pro level F1 racer in the game. This is like 2014, 15, I want to say. And so he came into a couple broadcasts with us. I mean, Mikey, we love Mikey. He's where Dooley's comes from too. So
I love Mikey.
Yeah. So we don't get to see him anymore, but he's crushing it, being a Getty Images photographer these days. So shout out Mike Owen.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very bad gig. I mean, when I started shooting photos, I would love to get paid good money. Gotta get paid, trying to get dollars. More dollars, mo problems.
Well, last week's 250 winner from Seattle is in this 450 LCQ, as we see Cash Woods is in this, as are a lot of others. We are off and running here for the LCQ. 450 is underway. Tanner Rogers leads us into the first corner again on the 39 Triumph. Let's see if he holds it. No, once again, another rider gets up the inside to take it away from him, and it's Jake Spieth this time who shoots by into the race lead. Meanwhile, moving into second place right behind him is Jed Holyhead. Oh, Rogers gets roughed up by Jackson Lindsay a little bit as Hayden Stevenson and Jackson Lindsay almost
so
touching
close
there. Look at Rogers fighting right back up the inside, shows him a wheel, and gets right back by into fourth place. Good move by Rogers.
Yeah, Lindsay's wheel was so close to going down on the rider in front of him. Tanner Rogers makes that move up the inside, though, so awesome by him. These guys are so feisty early on, and look at the single file line that we have first to 10th right now. It's absolutely insane. White Drizzle Holyhead in second up there. Got a little bit same exact start that he had in his heat race. He's just got to try to keep it on two wheels. But for now, we're going to stay on the bubble position right here and see what happens, man. There's so many guys back there. They just can't get caught up and try to work their way up from a bad start to competing. Braden Tharp back there in 19th. Championship leader from the West, moved up to 450. He's not even going to be close in this one.
Whoa, I did not see that line coming into play. 4-3 Tanner Rogers in that first rhythm section.
Did he wheelie the outside?
Yeah,
low
like
line
over the roller and
wheelie triple
3-4-3 in that rhythm section, and sets up a pass there. Dooley's on Hayden Stevenson, moving up into third place. So it is still Jake Spieth leading from Holyhead, Rogers, and Stevenson. But Jackson Lindsay on the 71 machine is right back there trying to get up there and get around Hayden Stevenson. Nice scrub over the triple there for Stevenson. You know what's bad, Haywood? The other day, I was sitting there racking my brain, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Davey Millsap's number 18. You know, that's a cool number. Who's number 18 these days, man? I haven't seen the 18 out there in a while. I wonder who it is. Just absolutely doing my head in. Couldn't remember it. See, you don't know it either. So I don't feel that bad.
Wait. There's someone that has 18 right now.
Right now.
Gotta be hurt.
They technically don't have it right now. Technically. But they will in about a couple months.
Wait, because they're not riding, or did they get in trouble?
No.
Hold on.
See, I feel like I don't feel as stupid now, so I'm just gonna let you bask in this for a minute.
It's not someone like, I'm trying to think of who's my freaking friend. on, Triumph, dude. Styles. It's not someone like Styles.
No.
Oh, it's fucking, yeah, it's been Jet the whole time, bro. I knew that. Well, I was thinking that at first. You know who ran number 18 way before Hayden Stevenson? A-Wood.
Yeah.
2014.
Yep.
After I won a race. Suck it. Me and Stevenson are twins.
Well, Stevenson, just like Jet Lawrence, goes to the race lead in this one, but unfortunately for him, he is losing it just as quick as he got it. Tanner Rogers goes back by to the front. It is Stevenson second, Lindsay third, and Jake Spieth fourth. And yes, Jet Lawrence is career number 18. So even if he wins a championship from now until he retires and is always running number 1, career number 18 is reserved, basically, for Jet Lawrence. And he'll be using it, of course, when he races Pro Motocross in a month and a half. So that was just absolutely doing my head in. I could not remember who number 18
yeah, the
was.
sideways 100% goggle, best design ever with the 18 tip sideways. Yeah, well, you threw me off. I don't know.
I mean, I should know that. I should just be like, yeah, that's Jet Lawrence. But again, I see him with number 1 so often. It's
well, yeah, you're gonna see him.
You know.
You won. Who went outdoors last year? He did.
Sexton.
Damn, so he's gonna be 18 for a year straight, outdoors and Supercross next year.
Well, SMX will be number 1.
Oh, they do the numbers back for that too, or I guess he won the SMX. SMX playoffs is so dumb.
Okay. Well,
and the colored number plate. I'm sorry, Luke.
Before Feld cancels our stream, we'll get back to this now and see Jet Holyhead.
Get your credential revoked.
Holyhead in 4th place right now. Adam Holm 5th. Bryce Whelan 6th. Cash Wood 7th. So these guys are trying to push their way forward. We haven't gone on board with anybody, so let's see what Cash Wood's perspective is of this final transfer spot battle. Well, it's not final transfer
You see
spot.
that?
5th and 6th. Yeah, a little tie
I
tap
want
off
to talk
the table.
about that. People were doing that very early in the 250 heat, and like it looks so much more difficult on the 250 as we get into Huckabuck and 2 riders down. Cash Woods into 2nd place. That's not a 1 for a 2 for. That's a no. It's still a 2 for. Those are fucking lappers in the LCQ.
I guess.
Should have been a 4 for. But so he is now on the final chancer spot. They step onto that and they drop off and wheel tap. We're starting to see that in recent years. There's another position. Probably not. Recent years, people kind of do that. They just don't preload their suspension on a step on off, and they case it when they put 2 of them after. And it's really cool to see that showcase in MXM, and we got on board just in time for that. Let's see if he does it one more time as he almost matched his heater right there.
White flag in the air right now as Cash Woods is in the final transfer spot. Tanner Rogers leads the race here in this one. Stevenson, Jake Spieth, and then Cash Woods. No real pressure from behind. Holm, Lang, and Whelan. I can't believe Lang's night, man. He was comfortable in the heat race transfer spot in like 3rd place, deep into the heat race, and then crashed like 14 times to miss the main event. Adam Holm needs a whoop setup. Is anybody... I need Peter Like on line 1. Peter Like on line 1. We need to get that suspension revalved for sure. The whoops are not it right now
laying
for
down
Adam
again.
Holm. So go to racetech.com and get your suspension redone right now, Mr. Adam Holm. As Hayden Stevenson takes over the lead from Tanner Rogers on the last lap. It is Stevenson who wins the 450 LCQ. Rogers 2nd. Woods 3rd. Oh, Holm is going to make it in. Spieth was down. Holm is going to make it in. And so he's better go get that revalve done real quick. He's got 20 minutes to try to make it through the whoops coming up because he gets 4th in the LCQ. Whoa! We got Whelan getting tossed like a wet salad as Jet Holyhead wheelie flips the finish line jump to get 7th place right there. Tough break for a lot of guys, though. Tharp doesn't go through. Spieth's not in either. Whelan, Schiabro, Show, Evan Holt, Lang, Vanderkoy, Thomasunis, Alec Horn. I keep saying Alec Horn is D. Davis. Why do I keep saying that? Where is D. Davis?
He's running 37.
Yeah, isn't D. Davis 37?
Or is he 41? 43?
I don't know.
I thought he was D. Davis the whole time. Well, we said he probably didn't transfer in because he was mad. And then...
Mad because bad? Dude, it sounds like a windstorm outside.
It sounds... I thought there was like a guy with like a muscle car out there. Like a...
What's going on?
Windy boy.
All right, people want more first person. We can make that happen. No problem. I am here for you, fine people in the chat.
Number 8 sucks, by the way,
No,
T-Mac.
it doesn't. It's a good
It's
number.
the ugliest. Number 8
No,
and number
it's
6
not.
are the
Number 8
worst.
is not ugly.
Yes, sharp lines.
It's absolutely not ugly.
All the
You're
odd
just
numbers look good.
ridiculous.
3 and 5 look kind of trash. 1s, 4s, 7s are the best.
Number
3, like
eight
a
looks
37 looks good. Number 8 looks okay, and they look worse in the 2000s, 90s. You can't pull those up. They're fat and ugly.
No, they're not. They're sick. Trying to find a picture.
That
of
first picture of whipping Langston does not look good. The one on the first Google page.
Yeah, where is that picture? Why did it just like disappear? You could talk right now and help me out here while I'm trying to Google this.
Yeah, I'm just talking to the boys. Okay, Awood and I were chill, but now we have
Oh, that's not
mega
even Grant
beef.
Langston. That's
it's
just
worse with the 1 in front of it. It's way better with a 1. See, like 93, 80. They just
That's hot.
That's so
That's hot.
ugly.
That looks sick.
This is the worst picture you could pick.
Why is it the worst picture?
Because this is when they didn't have any style. It was just super fat and wide and like. I'd rather it be like they do now with like a little cut in or something. Like if you take the 8 from Jet, I don't like the 9 or the 6 on Hunter's bike, but no, it doesn't look good.
It looks sick.
No, find me a number 6 that looks good. It can't because it's the same thing with a little cutout.
Number 6 looks good. Give me a freaking
3
break.
3 looks decent with the font they have now because it's like more modern on Tomac's bike.
This guy says number 6 doesn't look good. Freaking ridiculous.
Let me see that 70. I think the numbers just look so bad back in the day. The 4 looks good though.
I can't find.
7's the best looking number. If you have a favorite number to like write or draw or see, 7. 4s are pretty sharp.
The back of Carmichael's jersey in '98 was unreal.
See, that just looks like what I could have gone to Chaparral and picked up off the freaking, what was that company that did the stick on numbers? Like,
It
that's
looks
so
cool, bro.
bad.
It looks cool. I don't know what you
So
want from me.
bad.
I would take that day. I would take that number all day.
3, 6, 9.
Damn you fine.
Damn, you're fine. Come on, baby. Suck it to me one more time. Good
You're
Lord.
saying 3 doesn't look good now?
3 doesn't look good in the old fonts. It looks good on how they have Tomacs. But like 33 is okay, 33 is good. Josh Grant's my favorite rider. If you have like a 36, that's a horrible number. 41, 47, awesome.
I see, people. This is what I deal with.
It's
every
got to
week in
have
this
edges.
podcast,
Round
guys.
numbers look bad.
This
Thank
is
you,
what
Tyson.
This is what I deal with in the
That's why
broadcast
when you
booth
were
every week.
13 or 31, you were only saved by the 1.
Well, here we
He's
go,
13.
folks. Now that we've argued sufficiently about numbers, let's talk about what's about to happen in this main event. It is 15 minutes plus a lap. Round number 6, I believe, of the 250 East Championship coming at you live here on Star Your System TV. Let's drop that gate. Firing into turn number 1 we go. Who's going to get the all-important hole shot? It's up the inside. It's Johnny Padani who tries to get there first, but he doesn't get it. He gets into the side of one of the Triumph riders. Jonah Paquette from the LCQ
What?
gets a hole shot, and Cody Branson goes into the race lead with the Rastafarian look out front. Look at this bike. What the hell is he got on this machine?
Is it worth that we quit the game and downloaded just his skins because
think
he
it's worth.
hole shot the LCQ? It is. And this is one of, see, his number font is ugly, but guess what? The rest of his bike is insane. The Rastafarian kit has provided. I didn't think it was going to be this bright and this crazy. Those rims are insane, but Cody Branson is leading 450 LCQ here. Let's get a close-up. Team Rasta Racing on the 614.
Is that a Bell helmet?
He's got hearts all over. He's just a stoner. Peace, love, and joy,
I think
brother.
It's a Bell Moto 9. That's not even Moto 10. And we got Alpine Stars boots, and then I don't know what gear that is. The wheels are kind of giving me a headache. I'm not gonna lie. They're like basically epilepsy.
Look at the. Is that the disc guard? Yeah, the disc guard, because it's seeing. Okay, I thought it was still Bell Moto 9 Flex. I didn't know we were on the 10 these days, so I'm out of the loop.
You didn't know that people were in Bell Moto 10s, bro? That's like 2019.
No,
Yeah.
not 19.
Okay, like maybe
Bell-
20. I'll give you 2020. The Bell Moto 10 Spherical's been here. It's ridiculous.
This is bad.
Branson,
Okay,
we got Cade Matherly second, Matt Cromie third, Johnny Padani fourth, Emmett's son Seth Crotty all up here in the mix. Do I still have 450 LCQ up? No, it's 250 main. So, okay, yeah, you guys are throwing me for a bit of a loop. I don't know why the timer didn't go off, though. That's frustrating.
These are up to $920. 600 to 920. This is crazy. I'm going to find out when these came out. 2021.
Well, Cody Branson tossed the lead away while we're trying to figure this all out, and Cade Matherly has gone to the front, and he's bringing Johnny Padani with him. Well, if there's ever a battle that we probably wanted to see, it's this. These two guys have been some of the faster guys all season long. Matherly has really come into his own of late, obviously with the championship lead, but I feel like Padani on one-lap speed kind of has him, and he's bringing Matt Cromie with him, to name a few other riders that are up there as well. So this could be a good race here with still 13 minutes left to go in it. Matherly leads, but I don't think he's going to get away just as easily as it looks like.
Yeah, I totally called this the 450 LCQ. I'm so dumb. I know. I'm getting cooked in the chat already. It's okay. Cade Matherly, though, absolutely crushing it right now. Yeah, a lot going on here, switching up early, but this is not what the guys want to see. When you do a bunch of switching up in the first lap or two and you got people crashing, you don't want to see the guy who's already have the red plate kind of separate himself from the field. And I mean, you got Johnny Padani there, but no one else really close in points. So it's really just kind of his race to win or lose, and this is just helping him no matter where anyone else ends up.
Yeah, so he is hanging tough right now. Matt Cromie going to work, though. Just tried to sneak down the inside there on Padani, but Padani is going to shut the door. Now Cromie might sneak back up the inside on this single roller here. Not close enough to make a pass, and Padani ripping that outside line. Jumps right off the track, does Johnny Padani. He's going to get back on, still in second place. Really impressive job to still jump the Supercross triple. Doesn't lose hardly any time. Might actually get cuts because of that. And Emmett's son, Underground RC Yamaha, right there as well. So we got a couple Yamahas up here. We got a Cowie. We got a KTM. This is a good fight early in this race between all these guys because no one's really making mistakes. I think this is going to perhaps boil down to who is going to make the first mistake of whether or not this battle materializes or not, because Matherly's the first guy to have some issues. I think this tightens this whole thing up.
Yeah, I agree, and I also want to highlight Matt Cromie right behind, as you see coming up into the shot, trying to make a move on Padani, getting a little bit closer on that Chevy Trucks Cowie retro machine right there on the Nexus team. He really had a really rough heat race. Wasn't really showing as much speed as his teammate Dalton Cottle, but now that he's in the main event, got a good start, running very strongly up here in third, trying to make some moves. He's got a couple spots where he gains heavily on Johnny Padani, so I'd look for Matt Cromie, if he can keep it on two wheels, to make a move on Johnny, unless he can kind of separate himself here quick. Just a whoops or a separator, but I think in these rhythm sections it tightens up a lot.
By the way, T-Mac in chat says Tomac first ran the Moto 10 at Salt Lake City for the COVID rounds, 2020. Thank you. Done deal. All right, back to the action on screen, though. Cade Matherly is just narrowly holding on to this race lead. Padani is starting to put the heat on him as he's broken away from Matt Cromie a little bit. Matherly still threeing in, threeing there, and then getting that quad single into the corner. So that's where the time is being made right now, because Padani otherwise looks to be a little bit more polished on the rest of the racetrack. But Matherly nailing that big rhythm lap after lap. Is that a good thing, or is that in a situation where he, doing that consistently, it might bite him one time?
Yeah, I think in this 250 class, it's a lot more of an issue or something that you're going to kind of look forward to. If you tell me that someone's triple quadding every single time in the 450 class, I'm going to say it's probably fine because it's a little bit easier. But 250 class, I feel like that's just asking for it to bite you. And if you're going for the more consistent line, then I think that's what you need to do. So we'll see what Cade does. Small mistake there. Still going double, triple, like hitting all his consistent lines. He knows he doesn't have to push, but Padani seems to be hanging it out a little bit more. But I guess when you're losing the lead a little bit, you have to hang it out to try to. You can't just wait for a mistake because Cade is so consistent normally.
Matherly still doing that big line right there.
Ooh,
and actually
Cromie
looks
got
like
by him.
Padani, made a mistake because he's back to third now. So Matt Cromie back up into the 2 spot right now. And I hate to say this early, but again, we talked about this when he almost won Dallas last year. It's been since, and Lane Brooks can tell me, but I'm pretty sure Phoenix 2014 since Matt Cromie won a race in Race Factor Gaming competition. So we're looking at over 11 years ago that he made it happen. He's running second right now. Lap time's looking pretty good. We'll go on board them and see just how big that gap is. 3 seconds right now, 55.3, 55.2. And, you know, the benefactor of not hitting lap traffic first is also going to help out the Chrome Dog here. This is maybe going to play into the hands of him if he can stay close.
Yeah, you've heard of the Chrome Zone, Kellen, as a Padre fan. Now we're in the Chrome Zone as he is chasing him down, getting this triple in. Look how big they have to seat bounce that. Then the rhythm section gets easier as it goes on. It's really just about getting that first jump in cleanly. 55.2 was his best, 55.3 followed by a 55.0 fastest lap. And if we go up to the leader right there, you see that he was 0.3 slower than that. Chromie, small mistake right there. Huge step on, step off, scrubbing every little bit of speed he can around this track, coming to the whoops. This has been one place that I realized that Chromie has struggled along with Padani, but a lot of the 250s do, bouncing and hopping, kicking over the front. You can't see it that much in first person, but he is nose down a lot right there, barely holding on to it, but man, chasing and getting this gap down a little bit smaller, piece by piece, rhythm by rhythm. A huge mistake there, not going to get it in.
Well, not going to get it in. All right.
Hate when that happens.
Poor Matt Chromie. As Cade Matherly got around a lap traffic situation right there as well. There's a lapper down in that rhythm section. Another one down here before the finish. He's got to cut below them to get up alongside. That's Ben Nerona. So Nerona going a lap down. And then one of the District Designs bikes also going a lap down back there. So Chromie losing touch a little bit. Then it's Badani third. Cody Branson and his Rastafarian look still hanging on to fourth. Killian Ortiz, a very strong top 5 for the TSCZ Productions, number 47, looking like young Aiden Kiefer out there right now. Emmett Sund up in the 6th spot. Brandon Nygren 7th. Zhao Victor 8th. Mason Broom 9th. And Seth Crotty rounds out the top 10. Crotty in a fight with Dalton Caudill. Thank you, Dalton Caudill, for fixing all of your stuff for the main event so that we know it's actually you.
No gear.
Yeah, no gear. But, I mean, we know that's his name. And that's what's going on.
That's true. We got Chromie's gear.
Cade Matherly just got passed back by all the lappers that he just got by. Now he's going to have to jump right back by them again. But look at Chromie. He's getting up there.
Yeah, Chromie jumping wide right there. Ooh, able to cut right back under and avoid that lapper there. So really good for him. Chromie throwing it down over the whoops and over the finish line. Look how close these guys are, though. It's so tricky to see kind of where the leaders are and which the lappers are, because that shot when they're all coming, there's like 8 dudes in that one section. So Chromie's still trying to put chase right there. So Matherly gets by that lapper right there. So Chromie has him right in between in the whoops. Not the spot you want to be, but this is a good spot because they can move out of the way. Not going to, though. Going to make it pretty hard for Chromie to get by. Okay, now going outside.
Oh, lap traffic coming across right there. And look at how close this is. Halfway point of the race is come and gone. Only going a little nose high right there on that triple, but this is about to get so good. Lap traffic still in front here of Matherly, who nails the triple in again. I'll tell you how gnarly I am, Lane Burks. You just said 2014 Glendale. We actually weren't racing in Glendale in 2014, so it really was 2014 Phoenix at Chase Field that Matt Chromie last won a 250 main event in this series. So that's how long ago it was. We're looking at 170 some odd races. Well, I guess over 100 250 class races since then in this Eastern or Western Division championship fight since Matt Chromie has picked up a win. But he's trying to go after Cade Matherly to get it done here tonight in Foxborough. Look at him slinging it around the corner, round the outside. Does he try to go for the pass here? No. Matherly shuts the door, at least for now. Look at Chromie trying to swing it back up underneath. Oh, front end lock slides out, and he's sliding off the track. Oh, Chromie, a little overzealous right there, and the tough blocks bit him. He's going to come back on right in a world of hurt with lap traffic too.
Yeah, the problem is there's 3 of these guys that are all lappers. They're just so close. Chromie tripling off the track. Tripling going to miss the corner. He's going to have to go around. Is he going to cut back up under? Man, this is going to be horrible for him as Johnny Padani takes over second place spot. Chromie now 11, 12 seconds back as the timing shows, but Padani only about 5 back in second. So Padani is now the only one that could put pressure on Cade besides these lap traffic. And Cade is looking absolutely comfortable up front. Jumps off, not even a whip, just straight jumps off the triple right there.
That's so gnarly, that single jump before the Supercross triple is getting a little bit of a hook in it now. And I think those guys are kind of bouncing awkwardly off of it as they roll up to the face of the triple. Matherly get unlapped here by one of the District Designs riders. That's a 33 of Emmanuel Cepeda. So Matherly's trying to hold tough with Padani 3 seconds behind him. and not get involved in any of the chaos or any of the lap traffic issues that are going on here, and just hoping that he can hang tough as my daughter Holly tries to poke her head in here.
Hello.
Let's see if
Ooh, sweet gear. Sweet pajamas. Oh, she's doing a army crawl all the way into the studio here as Cade Natalie goes over the triple.
Cool.
I love you. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, I love you. Goodbye. Good night.
All right, so that is the update from my daughter. Cade Matherly, though, still dealing with some lappers very close behind him. There's Padani. Chromie has fully fallen off the wagon, 18 seconds back now, so it is really Matherly versus Padani for this race win. I don't know, like if you're Matherly here, you're getting just absolutely hawked by these lappers right now. Do you let them go? Because it's kind of annoying to have them right in his peripheral here the entire time.
No, I don't think you let him go because it's just more issue of, I mean, even a small mistake like that. Look, Cade is still so far ahead of them with them not even in the shot. So I think what you do is you just kind of try to keep pushing and get away from them. If you let someone go or try to kind of clear the air, they're going to be a problem whether they go down in the whoops right in front of you and their bike is tumbling and you hit it. Or if they just kind of slow down and you hit them in the wrong spot. I think you have to fight through the lappers as fast as possible all the time and just try to kind of build a gap wherever you can. 3 seconds back to Padani, 16 to Chromie.
It's coming down even quicker than that because Matherly made a couple big mistakes in the last couple of corners, especially in the whoops that time by. And now Padani can smell a victory closing down in front of him. 13 and a half minutes have come and gone. We have just about a minute and a half plus a lap left to go. And Matherly is just trying to hold status quo in the race lead, still trying to go for the big lines. Doesn't get it very cleanly right there. Cases a couple times, and Padani looks like still doing that alternate line, was able to inch a little bit closer once again. So in this position now, it looks like a little bit of time between lap traffic and them, at least for the time being. Who do you want to be? Do you like Matherly's position still, or is Padani now on the charge getting this done?
I mean, I like Cade's position. You have 1 minute left to go before time expires and you're in the lead, but I think Padani's in a great seat because I think Padani has more raw speed right now. Cade has always kind of been the kind of cool, consistent, smooth rider, never really with like this flashy top end speed, but he is still leading. But right now, oh man, Padani is closing fast, and I think it's just a couple sections, not really the rhythm sections, more so the whoop section and that start straight. Look at this, Kellen.
Oh man, they check each other in the rhythm section, 2 different rhythm options, and then they both end up doubling out. We got lap traffic trying to get up there and ruin this race. I think that is Austin Schaefer, who just dived right in the middle of this thing and made it impossible for Padani to get the main rhythm line out of that corner. So unfortunately, it looks like Austin Schaefer, who ruined a race earlier this year, is on his shit again right now, trying to do it again. So hopefully he gets the hell out of the way and lets these guys race. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to do that as Matherly continues to lead here. And it's going to be 2 to go right now because time will expire this time by. Matherly into the whoops. This has been a problem area. He's bouncing again. But Donnie bounces as well, but actually seems to gain time right there as Schaefer still not getting out of the way. He's actually pushing Matherly a little bit now, and he's still sandwiched between our 2 leaders.
Yeah, I mean, I think Schaefer's in a decent spot. Like, if you can unlap yourself, like, you have the right to, and Padani's not close on his rear wheel. I don't know if he actually messed up his ability to hit the rhythm, but there we go. He messes that up and then instantly kind of passes it over to Padani, so Padani can put on a charge here. This is time expiring right now, so 1 lap left to go in this race with Padani on a hard charge. Cade Matherly has not been scrubbing the upcoming triple and having huge trouble in the whoops, so Padani is going to be pushing his all right here. Look at the elite speed. That is just insane. He's going so much faster than Cade right now, just trying to do it. Ooh, a weird seat bounce kind of whip thing. Let's see how Cade gets a run through the whoops, Kellen.
Much better this time, actually.
Way
for Cade.
better.
But look at Padani got through them really good. He tries to rip through that corner. He's going to get it as close as he possibly can. Oh, and Matherly goes through some tough blocks right there. Really bad. Worse than I think we've seen anybody go through the inside right there. So you also have to factor in that this could come down to penalties. Matherly a little bit short, is not going to get the preferred rhythm line. Here's Padani tripling into the corner. Oh, and he goes down. He cases it and falls off the bike. Cade Matherly with 1 turn to go. It's going to be his 2nd win of 2025, and he'll extend his points lead Cade Matherly wins tonight here in Foxborough.
Yeah, sweet little turn down there. Got a gift by Padani because I thought if Padani didn't case that triple out, he was for sure going to have the ability to rail that corner, get the next triple in, and take over the lead right there in the last. He got Joey Carter like we saw last week. Matt Cromie did not get a win, but he got a huge third place. Really cool to see him back. And Zhao Victor way far back is our fourth place rider. 37 seconds off.
Everybody send your in the chats right now. Give me a Keck W if you got one as well, as Zhao Victor is on his way to a great fourth place finish. I think that's a career best.
Brazil number one.
Devastaland number 357 right there. Wait a minute. 357 was Juan Pablo, wasn't it?
Oh no.
Remember Juan Pablo?
Is this a reincarnation?
It's his son.
No,
I have no idea. I mean, Juan Pablo was a bit of an older guy.
A Brazil thing?
I think Zhao Victor is. Oh yeah, maybe a Brazil thing.
They like 357?
Emmett's son ends up in 5th place in this one. Good ride for him. Mason Broom out of the LCQ gets a 6th. Killian Ortiz 7th. Colin Allen 8th. Nygren 9th. And Branson, with his wild setup tonight, ends up in 10th. And my head hurts looking at that, honestly. But
so sick.
Whatever, man. Run it.
Well, you know.
Run it.
Can't please everyone.
Let's see if we can run it.
Peace, love, and doobies, I guess, for him.
Doobies. Scooby Dooby Doo. Where
like
are you?
Cheech and Chong right there.
I never really put it together, though, that Shaggy is basically high all the time and his dog is called Scooby Dooby.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And some Scooby Snacks. They're always munching. They're always hungry. Scooby-Doo was my favorite show when I was a kid, so maybe that led to some of my teenage decisions, but good times. You know that Cheech has a museum in downtown Riverside?
I didn't. That's pretty cool.
It's like a Cheech Marion, badass museum. It's cool.
I see Shelby Peterson, my guy Transcend, is playing some PGA while he watches tonight. Shout out to him.
Oh.
Lane Burks.
Hey,
also,
add me.
Doing his stats, man. Love to see Lane Burks doing the stats.
Let me see. Lane Burks, add me on Steam, bro. We got a golf. My technician.
No, Shelby. Lane Burks isn't golfing. I mean,
okay,
I don't know.
Shelby, you add me on Steam. We'll play some golf. My technician, level 99, Crank McCock. That is my guy.
Okay, all right, that's wild. We're gonna end up on SMX come like 3 or 4 times tonight, man. It's gonna be
he doesn't watch anymore. He's tired of Sim coming.
Look at Barboza MX in chat, says Zhao P4 coming from last place, representing first person guys from Brazil. Good job, Team Brazil tonight, doing it in the big bike class. And now we get to do the 450 guys out there right now. How do you golf IRL though? You go ahead and just give it the old 1-2 buck with my shoe and hit it into a tree.
I play whack fuck.
Yeah.
You whack it.
Who you got winning this main event, Abel?
You know who I have?
Who you got?
I don't know, man.
I'm
gonna pick one. Give me 1 second right here. I'm just
we're
locking
gonna let
in.
Haywood pick one. Zen.
Seth Cart. Just kidding. Seth Shirley, baby.
Seth Shirley
from the top rope.
From the top rope. We'll see if he gets it done or not. All right, here we go, folks. It's time for the 450 main event here from Foxborough. Let's drop the gate. 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Let's do it. Into turn number 1 they go. Pretty good start for Leclerc. Better start for Seth Carr. He gets there first, but does he control it? No, it's going to be Wyatt Grant picking up the RaceReactorGaming.com Whole Shot Award. He's out front on the number 66. Look at Joey Carter trying to jump up in there. We got a lot of guys getting in the mix. Hayden Stevenson's up here. Seabolt with a good start. Shirley in 4th. Hubbard, Blakely all at the sharp end of the field chasing Wyatt Grant on the first lap in Foxborough.
Yeah, huge start for the kind of like the, I don't want to say the B guys, but like the guys that are just there in real life, maybe the guys that are normally 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of those guys got the start right now. So Stevenson, Grant, these guys, I think they're going to try to separate themselves from the field early. Hopefully you can gain a really big lead and kind of pull away from the rest of them. Braden Carter coming across the top of your screen in 19th. Sullivan 18th. Jackson, who's always 4th, 20th. Cash Woods 22nd. So I didn't see Shirley in there. Hopefully he's a little bit further up for my picks. But Wyatt Grant and Hayden Stevenson with Siebel in tow trying to lead this away. And Seth Shirley in 4th. But look at this battle here early on. Number 18 trying to make some moves.
Oh, they both case that triple out. And now Siebold's sitting in a great position up here early in this race. He's going to triple by Stevenson. Into second place he goes. The 2020 MotoOption Supercross champ now up into P2. Remember, he won earlier this year the Triple Crown in Arlington, his first win in almost 4 years. Now he's trying to get his second win of the year. He's got to get through Wyatt Grant to do it. And don't try to say this too much because I don't like necessarily calling him out for it. But if you guys are fans of Josh Grant, big fans out there of the number 33 machine, this is Josh Grant's son leading the race here in the 450 main event at Foxborough. Wyatt Grant still leading this on lap number 2, or actually lap number 3, I should say, as Jeremy Siebold closes the gap down here on the 10, and we got a fight on our hands for the race lead.
Yeah, Siebold is pushing. Wyatt Grant really hasn't been in this position before. Stacks the rhythm right there. What
they're both down.
That?
They're both down, and Siebold got into the back of him.
He cased it. Siebold hits the back of him jumping in, but then it slingshot Wyatt too instead of just kind of bumping him just a little bit. So they both go down super hard. Hayden Stevenson comes across leading 3rd lap. Man, in this 450 main event, what an insane change of events early on. And now you see that blue Yamaha back there. Oh, God. I'm turning into... I'm turning into an NBC broadcaster. One day I'll just be Ricky. I'll just be a short little ginger. Oh, Hayden Stevenson cuts up the inside, but Seth Shirley is showing so much speed. The way he rails those corners, and he's about to rail Hayden Stevenson, I think, and take away this lead.
Well, this is going to be an intense battle for the lead once again as we see these guys go into this rhythm section. It's all about getting that double in cleanly. Stevenson a little bit long twice in a row, and Shirley might take the advantage right here, trying to get the race lead, and he's got it. Seth Shirley on the 44 goes to the front. He won last week in Seattle. He's trying to make it 2 for 2 on the other side of the country this week in Foxborough, and he's got the race lead with no real pressure from some of the heavy hitters even close behind right now. We got to go find where Braden Carter has slipped down the order, but Shirley in a great position early in this main event to try to run away and take off with this thing.
I mean, you got to look back. It's only 3, 4, and 5 seconds to Jacob Hubbard and Colby Eaglin, or Colby Eaglin, Jacob Hubbard in that order. Then Logan Leitzel, Alexis Clare, and Seth Carr to the top 10, filled with a bunch of people. Frank Jackson even made it up there as Wyatt Grant slipped all the way back to 13th. We still haven't seen Braden Carter come across the scroll at the top.
Yeah,
there he is.
18th place for the champ.
Oh my God.
And listen, we'll have to see how this night goes, but remember Seth Shirley winning last week in a so-so race for Braden Carter kind of allowed Shirley to inch back up. He gained 9 points winning last week alone, and he's 29 points down in the championship. You talk about another big swing in points tonight, gets this thing down into maybe the teens with 5 to go. You never know, because Seth Shirley is a guy that could go on and just start winning these races at will. He's proved that now going and winning Seattle, getting out front here. A lot of racing still to go, but this is not ideal for Braden Carter whatsoever. And I mean, even Eaglin's up here as well. Let's go back and find the champ and see what's going on.
Yeah, I think so. As we watch Braden Carter kind of work his way through the field, I think Eagland is 6 points ahead of Seth Shirley in the championship. I think it's 23 and 29. But if you have Seth Shirley leading, and I said, hey, man, he won last week, he might win them all. If Braden Carter only gets up to, which it seems crazy, but because we're only a quarter of the way through the race, but if he only gets up to 10th, he loses about 11 points or so. That cuts that in half for both of those guys. And it's going to be a real struggle for Braden, as he's been struggling down the stretch to kind of get into the fold of this thing. So I don't know, man. We're going to have to see if Braden Carter can just kind of pick his way through the field slowly. 20 seconds back off the lead. He doesn't really have anyone right in front of him right now, so I don't think there's a lot of pressure. There's 2 spots right there as he gets past some down riders. But I think when he's in that tight traffic, that's where he does not excel, because he's almost too fast for the guys. But when he gets spread out like this, it works out well.
Live timing is, well, they said it was back working, but it doesn't look like it is actually. So let's see if we can, nope, status failed again. All right, so live timing not working for me. Maybe it's just my browser tonight. I'm not sure why, but it does look like it's working on TikTok. So if you're watching on TikTok and you can see the bottom of your screen right now, you're seeing what the current running order is. We'll take you guys through it real quick, though. Early runnings of this race, still 6 minutes into this 20-minute plus 1 lap race. Shirley leads from Ash Deering. The BPC Honda riders moved into second place around Hayden Stevenson. Stevenson drifts back to third. Alexis Leclerc fourth, and this is that group you were talking about. Leclerc, Hubbard, who won at Detroit earlier this year, Logan Leitzel on the number 3 machine, Seth Carr, the 2-time winner this season, right there as well, and then Colby Eaglin, who's still in this championship fight in second place. Frank Jackson, speed demon of his own right. Spencer Turley, we know he's going to get up there and ruffle some feathers, and then Braden Carter. So Carter, at the tail end of a group of a lot of really fast guys, has got to make some moves. Spencer Turley going to be the first one that he'll have to try to get through, but I want to go up here and see this fight. Look at this one right now. Stevenson, Leclerc, Hubbard, Leitzel, all on your screen right there. And look at Leclerc trying to shut the door on Stevenson. Allows an opportunity for a couple of these guys to get up here. Oh, Hubbard down through the front door.
God,
and he gets into Stevenson, who somehow stays on 2 wheels. Leitzel gets the pass done, but Leclerc might triple quad by all of them, trying to get this pass done, at least on Stevenson down the inside. And Leclerc does so. Nice move right there for the 7.
Yeah, man, that was such a long endo that we saw right there. I feel like from the start of that 5-footer, it felt like he was going over the bars for so long. Finally explodes. Luckily doesn't take any of the riders out that he was battling with, but Alexis Leclerc trying to work his way forward, setting his sights on Logan Leitzel, but Logan has really seemed to kind of explode this round, and just he's riding so well compared to, I feel like, what we've seen recently. I feel like maybe he's kind of quiet when he does show up for races. He's had that number 3 for so many years after earning it with a great 250 outdoor season it was. But man, Logan Leitzel, he comes out and he's good for a couple like podiums or top 5s a year where he just kind of surprises us, and he's riding great right now.
Maybe Leitzel knows that his buddy Justin Starling is watching the stream right now. He's over on TikTok firing it off over there, so good to see J-Star hanging out with us. Cool to see some celebrities in the chat, and he's watching his buddy Logan out here in 3rd place in this main event, 8 minutes into this one. So Deering still second. Shirley continues to lead the race. We're going to get into lap traffic here pretty quickly. Lap rider down right there is the 82 of Cooper Hunt, getting up right in front of Shirley, and just now seeing the blue flag. Whoa, Joey Carter also down at the top of the corner there, kind of pushed Shirley out of that main rut and caused a little bit of chaos there for just a second. But yeah, Deering, Leitzel, Leclerc, and then Eaglin now into 5th, Jackson 6th, Hubbard 7th, right in front of Turley, Stevenson, Rogers, Siebold, Carr, and then Carter. So Carter, I mean, he was with Turley, so he must have went down again, but I don't know if he was helped there or went down all by himself. But we're looking at 13th place right now for Braden Carter, again, as the guys in front of him are gaining points in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, every position Braden Carter makes is really good for him, but anytime he gets kind of held up or a small mistake, I mean, time just keeps passing. We're almost halfway here in this race. Carter working his way forward, but just not at the speed that he wants to be. I mean, 13th is good now. It's going to be 12th place real soon, but if you look on the screen, you got 12, 11, 10, 9. So, you know, within one jump, he's got 4 more spots, and that's 4 more points that he's going to gain back in the championship. So, over the bars hard, and someone goes outside, tries the quad. Tanner Rogers trying to be Bobby Big Lines, but that ain't you, kid. Sit down, and he's going to the Asperus Medical unit right now.
Oh my gosh, what a
Siebold.
save by Siebold. It's getting sideways for a minute there in the whoops and somehow corrals it back together. Nice save by the 10. But yeah, Carter now into what this is 11th place, right behind Hayden Stevenson. So just about at the halfway point, trying to creep back into the top 10. Has to get by the number 18 machine to do it. But definitely making amends of this one if he can just kind of stay with this group, because I think he's faster than pretty much everyone up to about 5th place on raw speed at least, and we'll see if he can maybe kind of work through them in the next few laps and get himself into a good position and not lose too many points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the name of the game for Braden Carter here on out, right? When you have a huge points lead, as he does a great job hitting the brakes right there, avoiding Stevenson as he goes down in front of him, and being able to just kind of quietly double and triple in through the rest of that section. Looks amazing in the whoops, as always, as he sets his sight on Spencer Turley ahead of him in 8th place. So, I mean, still 23 seconds off the lead, Kellen. So, yeah, he's gained a bunch of points, but from when we saw him in 20th place on lap 2, he has not gained any time. If anything, he's lost 3 seconds to the leader. So, as that kind of spreads out, yeah, he's going to start picking off these guys, but maybe losing touch of the positions that are in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And, it's going to be harder for him to keep getting those points as he works his way up through the field. As we move all the way up through the pack to the lead, Seth Shirley has a 10-second lead over Alexis Leclerc. I'm not trying to be Nostradamus, but I did pick this guy to win today.
I mean, it's a good bet. He's definitely been on a roll of late, and we'll see if he can complete the double going off of his win in Seattle last week. Leclerc has been back to his normal self a little bit. Maybe this is just the Leclerc being able to finally smell the great outdoors coming up soon. The 5-time national champion out of Picardie, France here in second place, has yet to win a 450 main event yet this year, but has been second a couple of times, including last week in Seattle. So second again here tonight, right behind Seth Shirley, hanging close, and hopefully for him, a mistake from Shirley still could present itself late in this race and he could get up there and battle for the win. I want to talk about this guy for a second, though. I don't know how much you know him or not because of the BPC tie-in, but Ash Deering, third place on the 731. Again, like, it's weird to see a triple-digit guy win a heat race in the 450 class. Maybe even weirder to see one podium one, and he's been hanging out in third place almost his whole race.
Yeah, I mean, I really honestly don't know anything about Ash Deering. I'm pretty sure we follow each other on social media. I know what he looks like. I'm pretty sure as a chick, I think newer wife or something like that. But so I know a little bit about him, but I don't think I've really honestly ever talked to him as he almost goes over the bars. Holy cow, almost got thrown off of his machine, chitty chitty bang bang style right there. Almost just murdered him. Oh my God. That's so scary when you have a quad out of a rhythm section like that and you're just slowly going over the bars. But Ash Deering, yeah, an amazing ride from him so far. And I mean, if he can hold it together, this is great. We haven't seen him up here in a while, and he cases that step off right there, gets back on the track. Oh, who's right behind him? He's going to lose the spot to...
he's got some time to hover. It's just
okay.
Some lap traffic behind him.
Right.
We can take a deep breath for a second.
We're good.
But yeah, pretty good run in third place. And here comes Braden Carter on former teammate Frank Jackson. This is for 7th place, I believe. And Jackson just says, "Here, man, have it. I'm not trying to win a championship. You are." So he swings out wide and lets his former teammate go by on the start straight. If you haven't followed us through the saga this year of why Braden Carter is on District Designs and not the team that he owns, Phil Ski and Snowboard, well, he left Phil Ski and Snowboard right before Daytona for what he said was basically not wanting to ride a Yamaha anymore. Actually, they were on gas. So then he went over to the KTM from District Designs here to race for their program. And has really come alive in the second half of this championship. Won Daytona, I think he won Indy too, and has been really, really strong of late, opening up a good championship lead. But the last 2 weeks specifically, not really gone his way. Fighting back in this main event once again, is now in 6th. This almost gets in the back of Cooper Hunt. And for Carter, he can now see Eagland again. This is very similar to Seattle. Shirley leading, kind of just cruising out front. Eagland, maybe he's going to gain points in the championship. Psych, here comes Braden Carter late in the race.
Yeah, I mean, Braden always seems to put it together. I just think he needs to work on his starts and his early game kind of working. His starts are bad, and then he can't work his way through the field. I think he's been training with the Quave Ground boys, and I don't think they're really the right fit for him to be getting a good start. You know, you gotta work with some better people, Braden. Surround yourself with success, and I think it'll help you out. Braden really needs to just work on his starts in his first 2 laps, and I think we'll see him back to winning form and winning by 30 seconds. But Braden Carter, I mean, still doing a great job here, minimizing the points loss. Seth Shirley's in the lead. Yeah, he's second and third in the championship, but Eagland is right there, right in front of you. So you're really not going to be losing any points to your closest competitor, and that's really what he needs to do.
Yeah, well, this is actually about to be a 3-way fight for the final spot on the podium because Jacob Hubbard has it now. Ash Deering went down off the track. I saw him getting back on just behind this group. But here is Eagland jumping to the inside, getting by Hubbard, and Carter follows through as well. Then cases the triple in. Eagland goes down. Hubbard goes down. He ends up in the other lane. Fortunately, not going to hit another rider. I don't think so unless Carter lands on him here. That's Leclerc going over the finish line jump. And then Carter, now in third place, I should say, is not too far behind Leclerc. Leclerc's 21 seconds off the lead. Shirley is gone in the final 4 minutes and a lap of this race, but Carter's on the podium now, and he could still get second if he goes and gets the fast Frenchman on the number 7.
The fact that you tell me he's in 20th place 20 seconds down, and all these fast guys, his competitors, are in 5 through 10, and yeah, not the best start, but like the fact that you tell me Braden Carter here has 4 minutes plus a lap, so 5 minutes left in this race, and he's in third easily is just absolutely insane. It's just, I mean, even when it goes so wrong, it still ends up going right for this guy, and that's why he's looking to 5-peat this championship. Gonna lose a couple points to Eaglin, or to Seth Shirley, but gonna gain him on Eaglin. And right now, I mean, 1 second to Leclerc, so you can really minimize those losses. I don't know, man. It's actually insane what he does week in and week out, and just the way that the points stay the same. With, I feel like he's had 10, I mean, we've only had like 11 rounds, 10 like bad races this year. He hasn't really gone wire to wire in that many this year, but he's still finding a way to lead this championship.
Well, he's finding ways to get a good amount of passes done late in the race and get himself into a good position. Even if it looks like a bad race, he's charging forward the whole way. And someone put it pretty good in chat that it's like he's 2015 to 2021 Tomac. Start at the back and have a ton of mistakes and then lock in and just close down on guys. So shout out TK1111 in chat for that synopsis, because that's a great point. I mean, he really does, second half of these races, second half of the main events, really just kind of lock into another zone and start going, I mean, I hate to say it, but kind of beast mode, like just go to that other level that no one else can really match. And you're seeing that come to fruition again, because again, he's running down second place. Alexis Leclerc kind of hand over fist right now. There is a much bigger gap a lap ago than there is now, and Leclerc's going to have to try to defend this line, and around the outside, Braden Carter goes into second place.
I mean, I honestly just don't think Leclerc, yes, how good he is, just this year, it doesn't seem right. It's like I knew there was not going to be a fight right there. Braden Carter has locked in and figured it out. Yeah, Seth Shirley is matching him. So if we say 20 seconds back, okay, Braden Carter has gained 3 seconds on Shirley in this whole race. So really, it seems like a pretty fair fight. What I would like to see next week is maybe if we can get these guys both starting 1-2 right next to each other and have just a battle to the death, because I feel like they are the class of the field. Eaglin seems to have been losing a couple steps in the last couple rounds. I'd like to see him really come back, because I do think that this could be a good 3-horse race, but if the rest of the field can't compete and only those 2 guys can, I don't see a way that Braden Carter, besides maybe missing a main event, can really lose this championship with the way that he's able to salvage points week in and week out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a definite, accurate representation of how far he's been able to pull the championship lead out and give himself that wiggle room to make, I mean, really, it's not even mistakes, it's just bad starts, and come through the field and not worry too much about losing too much in the points. Because even right now, Seth Shirley, who was 29 points down coming into this main event, is still going to be a full race distance back of Braden Carter leaving this one, when early in the main event we thought, well, if it is a bad race for Carter, to surely chunk this down to even lower points. But Carter just is relentless in his pursuit for this 5th title, and working through the field like it's nobody's business. Not going to get to this man, Seth Shirley, in this main event. He has been too far, too gone at the front of the field for far too long, but incredible stuff for Carter. And really, I mean, kudos to Shirley, because he's starting to really figure it out and come into really what we expected early in the championship out of the 44 machine, much more himself. And this could be a good omen for him heading into outdoors.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get the race report after the race. You know, last week we saw that his standard deviation of consistency was the best out of the field. He started up front, led pretty much the whole race, never fell once, finished up front. I think that's going to be pretty much the same for this. Not only does he have the elite speed to match all the top guys going as fast as they want, but Seth is just so consistent lately and just locked in. I think we're going to be seeing this a lot more down the stretch of the championship. Just sadly for him, I'm a huge fan of him and Carter's as well, but I think it's going to be too little too late as far as championship points go. You're going to get 5 points back on Braden Carter tonight if it stays like this, as Leclerc back in front of Carter, but that only brings it from 29 to 24 points. I mean, I guess if you did that 6 rounds in a row, you would barely get by, but you know, that's just not something you can bank on. You either need some more spoilers, and it's hard to guarantee yourself to win every single race.
It is, and even if you're Seth Shirley right now, just winning out isn't going to be enough to get this championship, and he's going to try his hardest, but Probably too little too late to find his form in this title fight. Maybe when the pressure was fully off is when he really started to shine. But either way, he is looking amazingly fast these last couple weeks. The starts have come around. He wins the heat race again tonight. He also won in Seattle last week, like we mentioned a couple of times. And, I mean, look at this right now. You know, he's going to get into some lap riders that are going down, but no rush. He's kind of enduro man over him and keep on trucking along. 2 straightaways left to go, and it'll be his 3rd career victory, the 2nd win of the season for Seth Shirley. A remarkable job in these last couple weeks to turn his season around and probably moving to 2nd in the championship right here, right now. He lets his teammate Luke Sullivan go by one final corner, gets bumped by Logan Leitzel, but Seth Shirley picks up the dub tonight here in Foxborough. 2nd win of the season. And he's back up on top. Leclerc versus Carter.
Carter
this
just
is coming
made the
down
pass.
to the end.
Oh,
Carter made a
mistake.
mistake, and Leclerc triples, and he gets it. And he triples again, and he quads. Wow, Carter throws 2nd away at the very end of this race, and Leclerc gets it. Insane.
That's 2 more championship points right there. That's going to be one small mistake you just saw. So Eaglin finishing just behind Braden. So yeah, he was closer in the championship, but that is going to lose him 2 more points. Siebold as well coming across in 5th right there. 6th place Frank Jackson. 7th place Jacob Hubbard on the 78 machine. 8th place Luke Sullivan here.
He got a spot. He got by Turley because getting that lap back. So Turley ends up 9th.
Yeah, that is pretty cool to get the lap back and then be able to get the spot back. But yeah, Turley still a guaranteed top 10 after they lap 10th place. So Turley trying to finish in 9th. Can't make his way to the finish line just yet.
All these guys are done. You can tell Eaglin's pissed off. He disconnected midair.
Yeah.
Not even finish his landing of the finish line jump. And after penalties, yes, it remains the same. Shirley from Leclerc and Carter, your top 3 here tonight. So now Shirley will sit 24 points back. He does move into 2nd place in the championship. Well, actually a tie, I think, for 2nd place in the championship. Excuse me, after that one. But man, what a night. What a night it has been here in MotoOption Supercross. And glad to have you guys with us the entire time over here on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and all of you guys up there on TikTok as well. Round number 12 of MotoOption Supercross done and dusted. And yeah, at least it was a good race. I mean, Shirley walked away, but the battle behind was good.
Great race. I mean, it's always fun. I mean, if you have the guy that's chasing the championship, lead wire to wire, do what he needs to do, and then you have the guy that has the red plate starting 20th and have to work his way through the field. I mean, those are 2 pretty cool storylines to follow, and then all the rest in between as he's working his way up. So awesome 450 race from the guys there at the end. Yeah, it turned out best for Braden Carter in the end, even not winning. And a small mistake at the end, you only lose 5 points, and hey, you're still 24 points ahead of your 2nd place in the championship. So great 250 races as well. I mean, track showed out. I like the long rhythm sections, all the mistakes we saw tonight.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see that some of the lines we thought coming into the night that would be doable or maybe more frequent from the 450 guys, a couple quads in there that we thought were maybe more possible, just really ended up not being lines at all. So kind of interesting to see how that is. We do have a standings update already. So shout out Lane Burks, who I know now has access to Race Factory Gaming, getting these standings up really quickly. So we'll go ahead and show you guys that here real quick before we wrap up. I know over on the TikTok side, you guys will not be able to see this, but we'll read it out to you guys either way so that you guys can see it for yourself. So wow, Seth Shirley actually moves to 19 back in the championship. I had my math way wrong.
Excuse me?
Apologies there. Yeah, how's that work? He was 29 back.
It was 29. It was 26-29 or 23-29.
Or was it
Eaglin
26?
Shirley.
I don't know. Either way, yeah.
Eaglin lost 2.
Coming from?
Eaglin lost 2, so he would have been 24.
I don't even want to put these up on the screen. Yes, I have 19. Look, I'll show you my screen here, Lane. This is the screen that I have right now. So I don't know.
99% sure that's wrong.
I'm 100% sure that's wrong. There's no way he just gained 10 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure. Not too sure what it is that we're looking at right now. This is not your official standings. Let's see. 250 East updated. That seems correct, I think.
I mean, he had such a big lead. You really only have the 29 from Padani to go off of. So it's
Yeah,
like, did he lose a couple? I can go back to the beginning of the stream.
Well, Lane Burks is going to investigate, but we'll probably wrap it up there, everyone watching at home and on the TikTok side. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight to round number 12 of MotoOption Supercross. Wherever you watch with us tonight, it's been a blast calling this race and bringing the action to you guys. And now we're down to the final 5. It's crazy that we're already down to the final 5 races of this championship. I feel like we were just at Anaheim like a week ago pretty much, and now we get to roll into Philly, New York, Pittsburgh, Denver, Salt Lake City, and put this thing with a bow tie at the end of the championship in about a month.
Yeah, so what do we have coming up as far as East-West? Because we have 2 shootouts.
So next week is a showdown. Next week is a showdown, Philly. Then a true East round in New York.
Okay.
Then a true East round in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then a true West round in Denver, and then the showdown in Salt Lake.
Okay. So both East. I hate it. They need to I'd rather have 6 in a row, like 2 at the end or something. Like we've gone so many back and forth.
Sorry, man.
Triple Crowns.
I don't make up the rules. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. That is going to do it for us tonight here. Round 12 of MotoOption Supercross in MX Simulator. Big shout out to RaceFactorGaming.com, the Race Factor Gaming track crew, all the work that they're doing behind the scenes. And of course, a huge thank you as always to MotoOption Clothing, title sponsor of this series, 15 years running. Incredible what they have provided to the community and made it possible for us to keep racing all these years later in a game that is 2 decades old at this point. So yeah, can't thank them enough, and can't thank all of you guys at home watching, whether you're watching on your computer or on TikTok, wherever you're watching tonight. Appreciate the support as always, and that'll do it. Round 12 in the books. Round 13, Philadelphia coming up next week, a showdown as well as the 13th round of the 450 championship. So we hope to see you guys there. If not, we hope you enjoyed round 12 of MotoOption Supercross from Foxborough, and we'll see you guys again soon. So long for now.
Bye.